Bye bye. But anytime there's an open ticket for me.
Yes, you can always be what a life.
Even his birthday, I was supposed to fly, but I couldn't because of my movie promotion.
Yeah.
But there's an open ticket. Anytime, any day, I can fly down to go and see him. And if I don't go, he understands that I'm busy.
What if he proposes to you? Will you marry him?
We don't want marriage. We just don't want marriage. That's another difference.
What's the difference? There's difference. Do you guys have days you come to each other when you have days?
Okay, so for me, because of the way I work, I'm such a workaholic.
Okay.
And he's also a workaholic.
Yeah.
That's Iyabo man. He likes to work. For me, there are times I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
So if I want to be alone, I pack my bag. Babe, I go to my house. Okay, baby, bye-bye.
No quarrel.
No quarrel. Because he knows, he understands that I can tell him I'll see you in 5 days. Okay. And then maybe after 3 days, I can appear again. And sometimes I'll take my 5 days. It depends on how busy, or even add 2 extra days. But we never fight over that. Because he understands. Because even though we might not be together in the same place, we communicate a lot.
Yeah.
And him also, we back and say, baby, like last year, baby, I know they're around for like 7-8 months. I get my container for this. I get London because he has businesses in Dubai, London, and America. And I have to go.
Sorry, I'm not buying this, girl.
Anytime there's an open ticket for me.
Yes, you can always be what a life.
Even his birthday, I was supposed to fly, but I couldn't because of my movie promotion. But anytime, any day, I can fly down to go and see him. And if I don't go, he understands that I'm busy.
What if he proposes to you? Will you marry him?
We don't want marriage. We just don't want marriage. That's another difference.
What's the difference? There's difference. Do you guys have days you come to each other when you have days?
Okay, so for me, because of the way I work, I'm such a workaholic.
Okay.
And he's also a workaholic. That's Iyabo man. He likes to work. For me, there are times I just want to be alone.
Nah.
So if I want to be alone, I pack my bag. Babe, I go to my house. Okay, baby, bye-bye.
No quarrel.
No quarrel. Because he knows, he understands that I can tell him I'll see you in 5 days. Okay. And then maybe after 3 days, I can appear again. And sometimes I'll take my 5 days. It depends on how busy, or even add 2 extra days. But we never fight over that. Because he understands. Because even though we might not be together in the same place, we communicate a lot.
Yeah.
And him also, we pack his bag and say, baby, like last year, baby, I know they're around for like 7-8 months. I go work. You know, so I get my container for this. I get London this because he has businesses in Dubai, London, and America. And I have to go. Bye-bye. But anytime there's an open ticket for me.
Yes, you can always be what a life.
Even his birthday, I was supposed to fly, but I couldn't because of my movie promotion. But there's an open ticket. Anytime, any day, I can fly down to go and see him. And if I don't go, he understands that I'm busy.
What if he proposes to you? Will you marry him?
We don't want marriage. We just don't want marriage. That's another difference.
What's the difference? There's difference. Do you guys have days you come to each other when you have days?
I think I've had enough of that, yo. No. I've had enough.
Welcome to Trends Reality, your go-to channel for trending social political updates. Subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Trends Reality, your go-to channel for trending social political updates. Subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Trends Reality.
All right, welcome everybody. In case you're wondering, what was I playing? Well, I just want to review a couple of trending stories in the Nigerian social media space. So I was kind of like thinking, what should I talk about? What's going on? And my girl said, Iyabo Joe is trending. Two-Face Idibia is trending. And Tope Alabi as well as Lizzie Anjorin, they are trending. Although I saw their stuff going on, it kept showing on my feed. I initially ignored it, but then I'm like, okay, let me just see what people think about this situation. So if you are joining me in this episode, we just want to ask ourselves, what exactly do women want? Yeah, I just have that question in my head. What exactly do women want? In the case of Iyabo, she went to TVC to promote her latest movie. And you know, women now on TVC, your view, they always the gist. So they were gisting, and then the question pops up: um, Are you going to marry Polo if Polo asks you to marry him? And Iyabo said, "Well, we don't want to marry. We don't plan to marry each other. We're just having fun. You know, sometimes I'll tell him I want to go to my place, and he will say, okay. And anytime I feel like going back to his place, there is an open ticket for me." Sounds good. Now, for those who don't know Iyabo, Iyabo is one of the fantastic actress we have in Nigeria. She's a celebrity, and she's known for dragging people, and people also drag her. In fact, I started picking interest on her when she has this when she got this drama going on with a very dark man, and the bass boss was like very, very loud. So I was like, okay, let me follow this woman a little bit. But then when I saw how she run her mouth, you know, I just kind of turned out. But then she's human. She's a fantastic actress, an entrepreneur, a successful one at that. She got 2 children. They are grown now. In fact, I think her daughter married this Tanzania artist, and there was a lot of buzz around that. But what we want to look at is, why are women in their 40s, going 50s, singles, are afraid to commit to marriage? With what she said on that video, welcome, Mr. Dio. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, Uncle Bernard. Good evening. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, no. Mr. Dio, that means now you go join me, ask our sisters this question: what do women want? Waiting them want exactly. That's what we are trying to dissect here. So, when for those who didn't see the video, let me play the video again so we can all be on the same page. Take a listen. All right, here we go again.
So for me, because of the way I work, I'm such a workaholic.
Okay.
And he's also a workaholic.
Yeah.
That's Igbo man. He likes to work. For me, there are times I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
So if I want to be alone, I pack my bag. Babe, I go my house. Okay, baby, bye-bye.
No quarrel.
No quarrel. Because he knows, he understands that I can tell him I'll see you in 5 days. Okay. And then maybe after 3 days, I can appear again. And sometimes I'll take my 5 days. It depends on how busy, or even add 2 extra days. But we never fight over that. Because he understands. Because even though we might not be together in the same place, we communicate a lot.
Yeah.
And him also, we pack his bag and say, baby, like last year, baby, I know they're around for like 7-8 months. I did go work. You know, so I get my container for this. I get London this because he has businesses in Dubai, London, and America. And I have to go. Bye-bye. But anytime there's an open ticket for me.
Yes, you can always be like, what a life.
Even his birthday, I was supposed to fly, but I couldn't because of my movie promotion. But there's an open ticket. Anytime, any day, I can fly down to go and see him. And if I don't go, he understands that I'm busy.
What if he proposes to you? Will you marry him?
We don't want marriage. We just don't want marriage. That's another difference.
What's the difference?
There's difference with you. Do you guys have days you come to each other where you have days?
Okay, so for me, because of the way I work, I'm such a workaholic.
Okay.
And he's also a workaholic. That's Igbo man. He likes to work. For me, there are times I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
So if I want to be alone, I pack my bag. Babe, I go my house. Okay, baby, bye-bye.
No quarrel.
No quarrel. Because he knows, he understands that I can tell him I'll see you in 5 days. Okay. And then maybe after 3 days, I can appear again. And sometimes I'll take my 5 days. It depends on how busy, or even add 2 extra days. But we never fight over that because you understand. Because even though we might not be together in the same place, we communicate a lot.
Yeah.
And him also, we pack his bag and say, baby, like last year.
All right. So that's what we want to talk about briefly. This might be just 1 hour, 30 minutes show. I got to go to work. You guys know that already, but let's have fun. So my question is this, guys. The Iyabo Joe and Polo situation, don't you guys think this is more or less like friends with benefits, or it's an open relationship? I will explain briefly. From my understanding, when people engage in friends with benefits, just to call it the way it is as African man, it simply means say, come on, Konji they hold me, oh, and you I like say anytime Konji hold me, make the two of us go benchy. And the woman too goes, oh, mom, me too. You know, I'm matured now. I already got my keys and I'm single. So I just feel like, you know, women now, when homo kicks in, you know, and I like you. You are rich, you're good, you're handsome. And I think, yeah, I want that too, you know. Anytime I feel like, I need my engine to be serviced, I want you to come in and we do the do, you know. That is friends with benefits, you know. So you hang out, you go to party, you do everything together. People misinterpret that as having a kind of committed relationship, but I don't think that is a committed relationship. That is just two people using each other to quench their thirst. While on the other side, I also see friends with benefit as an open relationship. It's like, you know what? I am not responsible for you. You're not responsible for me. I ain't committed to you. You're not committed to me. You okay? We can see anybody at any time. We can do our thing. You know, we can go 6 months, 8 months without seeing each other. We flex and do everything with anybody around us. And whenever we just feel like, okay, I miss him, he miss me, we come together and we do the do again. So my first question, I'm gonna start with Mr. Dyer. Thank God Mr. Dyer is here. This is not men hangout too. This is just we, real fam. We are hanging out together. We want to dissect this matter. So, Mr. Dyer, I see my baby girl is here. So, Mr. Dyer, the Iyabo Joe and Polo situation, do you see more or less like friends with benefit or an open relationship?
I think it's more of a friends with benefits, because normally if it's an open relationship, then if they both decide to have side also, or side chicks, or side bobo, there won't be any issue, because that one is an open relationship. But this one, both of them are careful. They are together. There has never been any rumor or anything like, oh, Iyabo is seeing somebody else on the side, or Polo is seeing somebody else on the side, but they have been committed to each other in that way. Of course, they are not always together. They are always maybe apart for some time, but they have always been themselves. So to me, there's a relationship somewhere there. And based on your definition of friends with benefits, I think they fall more into that category than with an open relationship, because an open relationship gives room for either partner to do extra curriculum anywhere else. It does not really matter. But I don't know, maybe I'm not getting it all together like that, but I don't know why friends with benefit too cannot afford to have extra curriculum somewhere else. But, but based on their own.
I was just going to ask you that question now, that okay, if you say they have friends with benefit,
Yes,
if
sir.
anyone at any time slept with someone else, the partner that felt that he or she has been cheated upon, can that partner be jealous and question why?
Now, the truth is this: if in an open relationship, you cannot question whether your girlfriend is bagging somebody else, or maybe whether you're with somebody else. Your girl partner cannot query you. But in case of friends with benefits, it's supposed to be like that also. But your definition constrains me. Are you getting me, sir? Because you only say that open relationship is the only one that allows for that, because we are just together, but we have an open relationship. You can do whatever you like, and then I can do whatever I like, but we are still together. That was an open relationship. But in case of friends with benefit, if a partner should go out with another partner, which is not the real partner that is supposed to go out with, I think there's bound to be jealousy, and then there's bound to be fights, because they be like, oh, you are cheating on me.
Mr. Dio,
Yes, sir.
I don't see how you can convince me on this one. No. Friends
Okay.
with benefit, to me, friends with benefit and open relationship is almost like the same thing. Simbi, what's up, baby? You're here. How you doing?
Hello, Uncle Ben. Good evening, sir. Good evening,
Good
real
evening.
fam. How's everybody doing? How you doing,
Ev-
boss?
Everyone is fine. I'm doing great. I give God the glory. Oh, shout out to Liz Blessing. Liz Blessing, how you doing? Liz Blessing say they don't have to marry. They are both married before, so they can do whatever they want. They are both adults. Agreed, 100%. They are adults. But I'm just saying, if we're gonna describe what they got going on between them, how exactly can we describe it? What does it fall under? What category is this? Because there is this cheating sescape thing going on in Nigeria right now, particularly in Nigeria, both married or unmarried, or single, not single. Everybody is just bouncing everybody. Not all the people, but generally, let's just say the celebrities, politicians, and all the people that are kind of famous one way or the other, they are just doing anyhow, sleep with anybody and do yama yama. So, and it's getting confusing. I wish CC can come and explain this thing, because you Jen what is Jen CCB self
I'm
millennia
millennia. This is
millennia
millennia too.
millennia with a touch of Gen Z. That's what I do call them.
Yeah. Uncle Ben.
60,
Uncle Ben.
60.
Uncle Ben. Uncle
What?
Ben, you know you're not wearing your cap today. You're not wearing your cap. Oh.
He said, hey,
Okay.
yeah, you
Okay.
won't drag me. You won't drag me. Say I get bored, Abby. You know where? Yeah. You know where?
Uncle Ben.
Yes, sir.
See, let me just say this. Iyabo Ojo and Paulo relationship does not fall into those two categories. I think their own is different from either with friends with benefit or from an open relationship. They have a relationship. They have a relationship. And that relationship, though they are not planning marriage, they are both committed. Now, that commitment in their relationship makes it different from what we can call friends with benefits. In friends with benefit, there is no commitment per se. But in their own, they are committed, but they are just not working it or planning it towards the aisle. They are not planning to get married in the near future, but they are committed to each other.
Then what do we call that? What do we call that, sir?
They have given us a new definition of a friendship that is neither friend with benefit or open relationship.
Oh, we are getting a background noise from you, sir. I think maybe your TV or something is on. We are getting a background noise, Mr. Adair.
Now, just sorry about that. So, as I was saying, their own is like not friends with benefit. At the same time, it's not an open relationship. I think it's something in between, because number one, they are both committed to each other. We have never, ever since Paulo has been going out with her, we have not heard that he has other side chick. Same thing with Iyabo, even though both of them are celebrities, and we know the kind of scandals that we can have around these people, but both of them have not had any of such since they have been seeing each other. So to me, I believe that it's a relationship, but it's not friends with benefit, neither is it open relationship, because they're both committed. So that makes a whole world of difference. Of course, they're not planning marriage yet, but they're still together as one.
Okay.
So to me, it's a relationship.
CC is here. Before me and CC begin do buzz on this one, because I can tell you, I already know what CC gonna say. You're laughing.
What am I gonna
CC.
say?
I
I'm
know what you're
laughing.
gonna say. You're gonna
What am I
tell
gonna
me,
say?
then what they have is original. What they got going is original. They are
At
committed to
least you
one
know.
another.
At
I
least you know my mind. Thank you. I
I
don't need to say it. Thank you.
I know, Sissy. I know where you're gonna come in. Shout out to my sister Rose and everybody in the building, Juliet and the likes. Thank you very, very much. All right, Simbi, before I go to Sissy, Simbi, because now you start this one. Now you tell me say they are trendy. How
I'm
do you
here.
classify their relationship, Simbi? What do you think these two are doing?
I go with Mr. Dio. They are in a very committed relationship. They both love and respect each other. There's no scandal. There's no
Hey,
there's
madam.
no marriage in sight. They don't want to get married. Sometimes marriage complicates relationship. I know of a family friend who has 3 kids with her boyfriend, and when the guy tried to pop the question, she told him, no, never, don't even try it. I'm not going to get married to you. I'm not going to give your mother and siblings that much power over me, influence my decision, or tell me how to run my life, my kitchen, or how to train my kids. So no marriage. We're just going to be like this. I'm fine being your baby mama, but they're living together. In this case, they're actually living together. So I think what they have is really beautiful. It's not better to be in this kind of relationship than to be in a
Don't
relationship.
see, Simbi, you won't piss me off now. There
Uncle
is nothing
Ben, let me
beautiful
continue,
about this
please.
fornication
They
going
are
on
both
here.
they are both rich adults. They are successful. They are doing well for themselves. It's not like Iyabo is hungry. Kolo is
No, no.
also not hungry.
Oh, shout out
And
to Uncle Patrick. Wait. Shout out to Uncle Patrick, sir. Make I recognize our uncle first. Uncle Patrick, no vessel. Maybe now you go help us settle the kind of fight we go happen here today. Because right now, Simbi is already pressing my button. There is nothing beautiful about an unmarried woman and an unmarried man living together and
Uncle
saying
Ben, they were both married before, right? It didn't
it
work
doesn't
out, and
count.
now
That
they
is in
found
their
each other.
past.
So what's wrong with what they are doing? Okay, tomorrow, okay. What if he pops the question and somehow it complicates things? Some people are not just meant to be married, I beg, Uncle Ben. If they
Okay.
can stay like this till the wheels fall off, they
Uh,
should just ride on. What's there? Let them
ah,
be. They are happy. He
we
respects
are,
her,
we
she
are, we are.
respects him. And
I think
again, I'm pretty sure that before Kolo decided to make that decision, he already knows that Queen Mother Iyabo Ojo is a no-nonsense woman. She's strict. She's a disciplinarian. We can see it. We can see it from
all right.
the upbringing of her kids and all of that. We all know. And he wouldn't want that kind of cheating scandal. Oh my God, no, Uncle Ben,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
They're fine.
Simbi.
I go with Mr.
Okay.
Diod.
I
They are
hear you.
okay, I beg. May we leave them, I beg. No be
Okay. I
tomorrow you
hear
go come
you.
bring ring now. It's not like thank God that money is not the issue.
All
So that I
right.
will not say, okay, they are not doing well financially. That's why they are not getting married.
All
So
right.
that's
I
not.
hear
Sometimes
you.
you just need companion, and is that not the sole purpose of marriage? Companionship. They are fine. Let's let them be. I beg. They are
Okay.
good.
I hear you.
Beautiful couple. Look at them. Beautiful smile.
Okay. I hear you,
Uncle Ben, I
Simbi.
beg.
Go tune eyes. You hear me? Tune eyes. See.
Hey.
Uncle Patrick said what these two got going on is companionship. According to them, relationship. What did Mr. Dyer call it again? Mr. Dyer, what do you describe their relationship again? Uncle Patrick said companionship.
You said
Me.
committed.
Okay, committed. Hey, make I carry my pen first. This one go hot small.
But I said the same thing backstage now, boss. I
uh,
said the same thing backstage. I told you I'm with
oh
Mr.
Allah.
Dio. He's speaking my
Let's just
mind.
go. Uncle Patrick say companionship. Mr. Dyer say committed
Relationship.
relationship. That
Uncle
they are
Ben.
committed, right? Hold on, CB.
Yes.
Then
Okay.
um what did Liz Bensi call it? Make I see. Okay, Liz Bensi said people can be committed. Make I say
Can
I'm
be
well for
in.
my business. All right,
Can
Let,
people
be
let me
can
in.
read
be
it for
in
you.
a all
Let me
right,
read
go
for
ahead.
you. People
You want
can be
to take laugh me,
committed.
Abby? You want to laugh me?
People,
No, you don't
no,
say let me
sorry.
read it for you.
People can be in a committed dating relationship without marriage. I don't think that's an open relationship. And she's right. That's what that's what that's what's
Committed
up.
eating.
That's
Yes,
what's
sir.
up.
Yes, sir, Mr. Dio.
Uncle Beno, Lizzie Benson is agree with what me and CB said. It's a committed relationship, nothing more.
Absolutely. Let me say
So
hi to everybody. Hi, everybody.
yeah, I think Liz Benson went like 2 steps further. She said committed dating relationship. Modaro. CDR, committed dating relationship. Okay. CC, scatter the whole thing. Let me hear your own view. Let me see how you want to define this craziness now.
It's
I'm
what
waiting.
everybody has said. It's what Mr. Dio has said. It's what Sibi has said. It's what Liz is saying. They're in a committed relationship. Just that marriage is not a priority for them, which I think is fine because both of them are divorced. Both of them have mature, grown-up kids. I don't think either one of them is looking for children. And really, marriage is normally for, okay, you want to have children, you need to raise them in a two-parent family. I mean, with two parents and have all this, very what do you call it? What's the name of the thing? Like the parents are together raising the children under one roof. These are two matured people in their 50s, almost pushing 60. Why do they need to do wedding for? They've got grown-up kids, they're living their own life. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. I think it's better. Personally, for me, if I had been married before and I don't think I'd get married a second time. No. I think one time and that's it. I wouldn't want to do it a second time. So maybe this is what they've decided on. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. For as long as they're committed to each other, meaning that they're not seeing other people, they're not interested in relationships outside of the two of them, it's not an open relationship. So they're very much committed, just that marriage is not on the table. And it's not the be all and end all. We say that all the time. Marriage is not the be all, the do or die of relationship. So why are we pressing it on two people that have decided it's not for them? They've been there, done that, worn the t-shirt. They don't need it.
Sissy.
Yeah.
What are the elements? What are the elements of a committed relationship in this regarding this Polo and Iyabo Joe situation? What would you say characterize a committed relationship now in this case? Because
they are exclusive to each other. That's being committed. They're not seeing other people outside. That's being committed. That's it.
That is the problem. How can you say they are not seeing other people?
Well, they haven't come out to say they're seeing other people. So for as long as for all we know, for what they're portraying, they're saying they're in a committed relationship, meaning that they're exclusive. Okay, so far I'm only seeing Polo and Iyabo and Polo. Until they come out with other people, then that's fine. But so far, what they're put to the public is that the both of them, Polo, Iyabo are together. I've not heard anything differently, so it can't be an open relationship, or it's not really friends with benefits. Because I think they've been dating for a long time now, maybe 3 years or something like that. That's no longer friends with benefits. And they're openly calling each other, this is my partner, this is my partner. So it's not really a friends with benefits situation. You wouldn't announce and bring the person to the public to say, yes, this is my person, if the person is just somebody that you're just, having cookies with on the side. It doesn't make sense. Or if he's seen other people, he's not going to come and put Iyabo on the platform to say, oh, this is my woman. And she's not going to come and say, oh, Polo's my man.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
Okay. Sissy.
Go on.
On TVC, when Iyabo Joe went to TVC to promote her movie, I played the video when I started now. She said sometimes Polo will say, hey, babe, I want to go away. I want to go run my business. I may be gone for 8 months, And she says she's fine with that. You want to tell me a man goes away for 8 months, nothing happened?
Is he a dog?
Sissy.
Is he a dog?
Sissy.
Ben, is he a dog? You tell me. Sissy. If a man is Ben, he's a mature. I'm not saying that something cannot happen. That's his business if it happens. But from my understanding, I feel like he's a matured person. He's kind of been there, done that. All this sleeping around, maybe having different women here. He's happy with maybe he's one woman. Maybe that's not even on his mind. He's just hustling and facing his money making. I don't think it's impossible if he's in the right type of mindset, or he's got the right level of maturity, which I see this man, he seems to have that already. So if he's really not interested and he's a one-woman man now at his age of almost 60, how old is this man? He's like 60 plus. And if he's not in his nature to run around chasing women, it's not going to be something that interests him. I can believe he can stay with 8 months without seeing her and be content facing his money making. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm not saying he's gonna be running around, but at least there can be another chick on the side.
Why
Uncle
should there be
Ben,
another chick?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I disagree like 100%.
You see, this is where
I disagree.
this is where millennials and Gen Zs make mistake.
So Ben,
Don't
if you
man.
went away for a business opportunity for 8 months, are you saying that there's a possibility you will do something if as your relationship is lovely now with your wife, you don't have any problem. You've been given an opportunity to go and hustle and make money somewhere, big money. You're gonna be gone for 8 months. You're telling me that 8 months you're going to really be so hungry. You're going to be having a side chick. You're not, because you're committed to your wife.
Look, they say, I am human. I am human. And something can happen. I'm not gonna be an hypocrite on this one.
Uncle Ben,
something can happen.
Oh my God.
Uncle Ben. Wait, CB. I gotta be frank with you. If I'm gonna go anywhere right now, and I'm saying it now loud and clear, if I'm gonna go anywhere right now that I'm gonna stay there for 8 months, there's gonna be provision for my wife to come around. Maybe every 3 months, she can come and stay 1 week or 2 and come back. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Who said Polo is not doing that? Who said Polo is not doing that? Do you think that he cannot afford to do that? Maybe that's the arrangement they have.
Iyabo just said it herself that sometimes he goes for 8 months
and she doesn't see him.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Yes,
Uncle Ben.
Okay.
I'm sorry to cut in, but she also mentioned that she can always fly down to wherever he is and spend time with him. It's a luxury that she can afford, and it's a luxury that he can also afford. So flying down is not the issue. What if while he's busy for 8 months, she's also busy?
It's a lie.
Hello.
You guys are just trying to
Uncle Ben now. This woman is a businesswoman. She's also a producer, a film producer. So what are we talking about? And we know how.
Let's put it to Mr. Dio. I'll come back to say, Mr. Dio, you're saying something, sir?
Let me try to help you out here. I think what I'm trying to let the ladies understand, they are not getting it. Let me try to explain it to them. Okay, I want to believe that what Uncle Ben is trying to say is that if there can be apart for about 8 months or so, there's that tendency for Polo to have somebody just to satisfy himself by the side, not public view, not something popular, just somebody there, just by the side. And also, nobody can roll it out also. Iyabo too may have the same. Because these people only come to limelight when they are seen publicly with somebody. For instance, now, if there is a show or if there's and Iyabo comes out with another guy which is not Polo, or maybe there's a show, there's an event somewhere, and Polo too comes out with another chick which is not Iyabo, people will start asking questions. But if both of them are not seen in public with any different partners, that does not guarantee that both of them cannot be doing it under the carpet. Are you getting the gist now? So that was what Uncle Bano is trying to say.
Exactly.
Happening. But
okay.
But as far as social media is concerned, we don't know anything like that. But that does not mean that it is not happening. So let us be fair. Thank you.
All right. Let me look at some comment here real quick. Messi is saying it's not an open relationship because they are not committed to each other. Okay. But let me now bring another twist to this. I know my Nigerian sisters will not like this, but I will say it anyway. I go talk them. I go talk them anyway.
Uncle Ben,
hold on,
you're beginning to make me feel like like I'm being cheated or no. Slow down, sir.
Let me say this. Nigeria is not a place you leave a beautiful woman like Iyabo Ojo for 8 months and nothing will happen. I am sorry. I'm not saying all women know, but when it comes to these celebrities and all these people, where they do you can't leave a woman in Nigeria for 8 months And that woman no go talk, say, well, how do you people describe it again, CC? Oh, I just feel it. Oh, you get the grammar when they describe this thing, or when women
I don't know.
horny.
I don't know.
You won't know this
I
one.
don't know.
CC, you won't know. I know say you won't know this
I
one.
don't know.
There is this grammar you people used to say, you know, when you feel, they call her konji. Anyhow you guys want to call it. But Nigeria is not a place you leave a woman alone for 8 good months. A woman that is famous, connection day, everything day, and beautiful, like Iyabo, something will happen. So that's why I am saying, I think these two, they are in an open relationship. They just don't want to call it open relationship. And again, if we are describing a committed relationship, I think a committed relationship is supposed to lead somewhere. Are you people rewriting the definitions again, Sisi?
Uncle Ben,
we're not rewriting the
women can
definition.
stay longer
Hold on,
without XCS, so we can stay longer. I don't understand.
Absolutely.
Sisi, don't twist it now. And CB, just hold on, don't twist it.
Yeah.
Let Sisi answer that question first. Sisi, tell me about it. A committed relationship, isn't it supposed to lead somewhere? Isn't it not supposed to have like an end goal? When did committed relationship defined by, oh, they are just committed to each other, but we are not heading anywhere? My sister, in African context, nobody is committed to each other if it's not going to lead to marriage. Let's call it what it is. I'm sorry.
So because they're not going to get married, they're not committed. Is that what you're saying?
They are committed to let's hang out together. Let's give the people impression that we are happy. Let's tell people that we have the best relationship. Let's just confuse them that we have this thing that nobody has had before. We are so into each other. Fine, they are into each other. But I see this more or less like a business transaction with a touch of friends with benefit.
Okay, so maybe the word is not committed for you. Maybe maybe you want them to. They should actually say they're in a exclusive relationship with one another, as opposed to a committed relationship.
Okay,
is that better?
Let me put it this way. If Iyabo has to reference Paulo to a friend, what would she call him? Boyfriend, my partner,
he's my partner.
Partner.
Partner, yes, partner.
Yeah, because boyfriend is for like young people. Like right now, I am with somebody. We're not married yet, but when I introduce him, because he's a certain age, I can't call him my boyfriend. You know, he's my partner at this moment in time. 100%. There's nothing wrong with that.
Partner in what regard? Partner in what regard?
As in my partner, as in he's my partner. I'm his partner, but he's not. I couldn't say he's my boyfriend because he's not really a young person. I feel like when people say my boyfriend, my girlfriend at a certain age, it's not for mature people in relationships. It's more for younger people to say, oh, my boyfriend, my girlfriend. No, so I just call him my partner.
But in a relationship, it's supposed not to be partner. It's supposed to be either my fiancé or my boyfriend or my girlfriend or.
Let me ask you.
Partner is for business. I don't have a business relationship. No.
Help me ask you.
It should be a particular way. You should introduce our boyfriend, or maybe because if you say partner, the question will be in which regards? Partner, is it?
That's my man. That's my woman.
In the UK, saying that somebody is your partner means somebody who you're dating, but you're not married to. In the UK. So I don't know how it is said in other parts of the world, but here in the UK, if you say, oh, that's my partner, everybody understands that person is not your husband. He's somebody that you're dating or you're committed to. When you say it's my boyfriend, my girlfriend, it's for like younger people. If you're like 60s, you're like in your 60s and you have a relationship and you're not married to the person, you're not gonna say, oh, he's my boyfriend. He's not a boy. So it's your partner. I just think partner is used here for people that are dating that are mature. So I don't know, everywhere else it may be something different, but here that's what it means. Nobody's going to think that it's your business partner. They know immediately, okay, it's your partner. As in your person you're dating, not married to.
Say.
Yeah.
In African context, In African context, we don't have anything like partner. Let's call it what it is. Thank God, Uncle Patrick defined it very well. Partner in
Uncle
crime.
Ben.
Crime.
And in
Uncle
Africa,
Patrick, why are you doing this?
fiancé is a French word. It's not an English word. So no win this
Partner in crime.
argument.
Well, you guys are,
Fiance is for the man, fiancé is for the woman, and that's a French word. So what are you saying, sir?
you people choose to
But we
call
use
each
it
other
every
like
day.
that. That is you guys choose to refer to each other like that. There is not like fiancé or fiancé or fian
But the
whatever.
fact that but the fact that
in
they're not
Africa.
married, how does that affect everybody? Who are they hurting?
No, it's not affecting anybody. They have a very good relationship. Whatever they claim they have going on that is working for them, fine. But I just don't buy into this idea of trying to make it seems like it's normal. That is how American relationship got destroyed. We got to be honest with ourselves here. Back in the days, in the years back, centuries, decades ago, they used to have great marriages in the Western world and in Africa. It is the moment people try to justify rubbish that it begin to spread. So whatever they got going on, it's great for both of them. It's working for them. I like it. But they shouldn't sell it to the younger folks. Like, hey, look, don't you see? After all, Iyabo, Joe, and Polo, they have this fantastic relationship. There is nothing fantastic about a man and woman sleeping together with no concrete headsway that, okay, we're going to end up in the order. That's just where I'm not agreeing with what they have. Fine, they are both successful, they are both great man and woman, fine, but I just feel something is not right somewhere. That's just my own concern. No, and they shouldn't be selling it like it's. You see Simbi now. Simbi is all excited about it. Oh yeah, Uncle Ben, they have fantastic relationship. Simbi is not yet married.
Why? How does that affect Simbi getting married? It doesn't at all.
Because now they're kind of giving the young folks alternatives.
Like an alternative.
Yes. They are giving the young folks alternatives.
They're not young, but they're not young. If you're critical, the problem is a lot of people are not critical thinkers. If you see them on face value, you see, oh, they're a nice couple, but go back into their history. They're both divorced people. They have mature children. They're two people living their life. I don't think they're no longer looking, oh, I want to wear wedding dress, or I want to get married for the fair. They're not in that mind or headspace anymore. So if you're looking at them as somebody maybe in your 20s and seeing them and saying, oh, this is what I think my marriage should be or my relationship should be, then you're doing yourself a disservice, because really you need to look at their age, their experience, and their background in the marriages that they had. Clearly they were not happy, else they'd still be married to those people. And the fact that they're no longer married, I think it's a better alternative to me for them to date and be unmarried than to just be marrying everybody you're in a relationship with. So how long will she marry? Or both of them? Tomorrow they get married, let's say it doesn't work, they get divorced again. You're the same people that will be screaming, oh, these people have been married 3-4 times, oh, blah blah blah. I mean, let people do what makes them happy. Marriage is not for them. They've done it once, it didn't work, they don't want to do it again, but they still want to have a relationship and a connection with somebody. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. I feel like it should only be applied to people who are mature in a similar situation. If you're a young person and you're looking up to them and thinking that this is the model for you, then you should be thinking critically and not looking at these people to emulate your relationship based off of them. The situation is not the same.
Okay, now you are speaking my language. You see, I've been able to convert you finally. Hallelujah.
You're not converting me. I've said it from the beginning.
No,
I said if I was married myself, right? Like my partner now, he's been married, he's been divorced. If he hadn't met me, he already told me he doesn't want to get married. We had this conversation. I'm like, as for me, I want to get married. I've never been married before. That's what I want for my relationship. So if it's not something that we're going to do together, then each of us should go our separate ways. That was way back when we started dating. Somehow, today we're where we are, and he's all for it, right? But that depends on the person that you're with. Okay, if he decided maybe the person that he met later, he met somebody in his mind, he said, I don't want to do marriage again. I don't want to do divorce or even all this drama that happened. I'm not looking to do that again. That's his prerogative. He's been there, done that. The fact that I haven't is why my viewpoint is still slightly different, right? So if he now chooses to meet somebody who also doesn't want to do marriage, has had a similar situation like him, and they just want to be together, committed to each other, as in they just exclusively dating, they live their lives, however, whatever that looks like, and they don't want marriage. There's nothing wrong with that. But
All
I'm not
right.
going to encourage a 20-year-old to look at that and say, yeah, I want to do the same thing. You've not had the same life experience as those people.
All right. Thank you very much. Sissy, before I move away from these guys, or before I take this conversation to the next level, let me shout out to my sisters in the building. Sister Adama, you welcome my sister. Sister Nachu, how are you doing? Your own agenda, they create wahala for us. That's why we're having this conversation. Female gender. In fact, on Judgment Day, if God allow me, I go ask questions. Hey, Baba, when you create and finish, why you consider to create this other agenda? They are giving us headache. Well, Uncle Patrick is in the building. Uncle Patrick, sir, please help me make it make sense.
Good evening, Uncle Patrick.
Yeah, people have defined this relationship, and Uncle Patrick, you defined Iyabo Ojo and Polo relationship as companionship, and Simbi, Mr. Dio, as well as CC, they were saying they are in a committed relationship. My sister Lizzie Blessing said they are in committed dating relationship. I never heard that one before. Committed, not. Uncle Patrick, I beg, over to you, sir. Help me make this thing make sense. I beg.
Uncle Ben and all family. Thank you for having me. Uncle Ben,
sir.
I must say I completely agree with you with your last thought with Sissy. You know, like rightly know these people, they are adults. They've had one or two experiences in their former marriage. They don't want to rush things, they want to relax and get things going on. You know, like Pastor Shola is doing a series of companionship now. That is, you know,
yeah,
they don't want to rush things. They might end up getting married probably in future. And if you see that interview with Iyabo Ojo, all the girls that interviewed, they are all married.
Yep.
They are all married. So, you know, we shouldn't use this style of relationship, I'm going to say style of relationship, or companionship rather, as a role model for our daughters. You know what I mean? We want our daughters to be married. You know, I went on a trip outside the country. I met a lady. We all came together. And she was saying she's done with marriage. You know, she's been married a couple of times. And she was like, oh, I don't want somebody that would tell me how to spend my money or kind of stuff. She was just giving negative vibes. And I said, I'm sorry, Auntie. Please don't say this to our children. We still want our daughters to be married. I know you might be hot. You might not want to do, you might not want to have anything to do with a man. You are not going to get married again after your experience. But please, I understand where you are coming from. Don't say this to our daughters. We still want our daughters to be married, to get out of the house and make a good wife, you know, have children, have family, and our son as well. So like Sissy said, and you said too, we don't want to use this as a role model and tell our daughters that there's nothing bad in that. You know, when I moved to America, my first apartment, there was this lady that was staying with this. And before we got an apartment, so we went there, my wife was carrying my son. So they went to show me the apartment around. So the lady at the office was asking my wife, "Are you married?" My wife says, "I said, I'm married. That's my husband." I said, "How do you like it?" No, it's not for me. So when when we were going, my wife told me, "Can you believe what this lady was telling me?" Like, oh my God, well, maybe that's the assistant. It was later when I began to stay in America for long, I find out that most women, either single parent, but then let's be frank and let us face facts. Even though these ladies are single parent, they don't like it. They want to be married and have a happy family. Yes. I'm an adult. I've spoken to, well-respected women, even single parents. They still want a man to be at the home together, to want a happy home. And like I said, Iyabo and Polo, it might just be for a short while. So don't let us, believe that's their lifestyle. That's what they're going to know. They might change. They are not getting any younger. They have the power to start working, hustling now. Maybe in the near future, there's okay. At least Iyabo's daughter got married. So that's a good one. So that shows she's responsible.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So, yes. So that's the way I'm looking at it. These people might end up getting married,
Okay. Thank you.
And you know something, sorry, and you know something I wanted to say. Sometimes women say, "Oh, I don't want marriage," because obviously the man has already said he doesn't want marriage. And then because it's gonna be hard to convince him, you kind of just go along with the flow, but deep down, you probably do want to get married. Right? You would want to have a second chance, maybe to do it again. I don't think she had a really good first marriage. So in my mind, I feel like if he asked, she would 100% say yes. But I feel like he has already made up his mind that it's not on the table for him at all. And there's no negotiation. So now she has to get on board with, okay, I don't want marriage anymore. It's no longer what I'm looking for and I'm content in this relationship. That can also be it sometimes.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
sir, I also think of something. I think when people say, "I don't want to be married," I don't want to be married, they are not ready to be committed. I can't accept that thing, that definition that they are in a committed relation. If you are not married, you are not in a committed relationship. And this is why I think if you are not married, the reason you don't want to be married to this person is because you want your freedom. Freedom, I think, is the main reason people don't want to get married. They want to make their own decision, have their own final say, do what they want with minimum interference from whoever they are dealing with.
I agree.
Thank you. Because I think that's just what is going on. Marriage is all about commitment. Marriage is all about, okay, we are doing this together. Like husband is the head of the family, wife is the neck. You have to work together. You can't just get up and say, okay, if you, for instance, as a married man now, I can't just get up and say, I'm going to Nigeria next week. No, we have to discuss it, Abby. I have to explain why I'm going to Nigeria, what I want to do in Nigeria, how long I'll be staying in Nigeria, and so on and so forth. I have to explain it to somebody.
Uncle
But
Ben, let me quickly say this.
Yes, sir.
Uncle Ben, at my age, I now begin to realize that 50% of women is made up of emotion. I spoke to a lady. I have a couple of widows that will talk, These are responsible men that have PhD. Well, this woman told me her marriage wasn't that rosy. That they're always fighting, not as in, having issue together. So the husband cried. You know what this woman said? He said, if the man should wake up now, when the floor the man is mashing, she will be worshiping the floor. That he said she now realized what they mean by It's not the word, what they mean by being a widow. The fact that you don't even have somebody to gist with. He said nobody can replace that man. And this is a man that this man, I don't want to mention him, there's a very top man. High, So this woman told me, I say, my brother, I don't understand. But she told me it wasn't easy. They always having issue with the husband. It's not they were good when you see them outside, but we know we are closer to them. A woman that has PhD, no, a certain woman say, no, you can't tell me this. No, she loved it. But now, he said, your husband that you people gist together, you even talk about people not negatively. Look at what happened in church. He said she can't even fathom what is happening to her. So that shows women. So men need to calm down. If you can get a woman, enter into that space with her. God will help us in Jesus' name.
Amen, 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 sir. I see the sisters are gathering right now.
Wow.
Nobody should punch me. I'm just saying my own. My beautiful sister Ify is here. So, Sister Ify, I don't know if you have been listening in the background. Uncle Patrick, you were saying something, sir?
No, go ahead.
So, Sister Ify, I don't know if you are listening in the background. We're talking about Iyabo and Polo. So, Iyabo granted an interview lately at TVC, and when she was asked, is she gonna be married to Polo? She said, well, we don't want marriage. We're not going that route. We are just happy with each other. We do whatever we want, blah, blah, blah. And I said, my interpretation of that is she's more or less saying we are friends with benefit, or we are in an open relationship. And my CC and Simbi, they will literally want strangle me for defining it like that. Where do you stand, Sister Ify? Friends with benefits or open relationship? What do you think is going on here?
None of the above.
All right.
None.
Okay.
These are just two adults that want to live their life. You see, I think we so much emphasize in marriage. Look at Oprah. Oprah did not get married, but she's still with what's Stedman today. But they are not married.
Very committed, by the way.
Yeah, very committed. That if that's what is gonna work for them, why are we even talking about it? Why do we even make this marriage of a thing as if every woman must get married and pastors are praying for women to get married? Come on.
No, Sister Ify, that's not the point. So the point I'm just trying to make, this is my personal opinion. The point I'm trying to make is that I don't buy the idea of parading this, whatever they got going on, as if that is the best thing to do. And as a result, convincing the upcoming generations. That's just what I'm saying.
Okay. Let me tell you, Uncle B, you see these generations coming up. You can't tell them what to do.
But we can show them how to live.
Let me tell you something. Growing up, when you have a child outside marriage, they will name you, it's an abomination. It's an abomination. Oh my God, nobody will marry you. What is happening today? What is happening today? Iyabo just daughter will be getting married sometime this April. That is her choice.
She's already married, I think.
Yeah, traditionally. In Tanzania. But that's her choice. So her mother doesn't want to remarry. That's her choice. Let her live her life. So again, one thing you have to understand, sometimes people, once you say the word marriage, they will be friends. Everything will be working out. But once you put the word marriage there, you see them struggling. At the end of the day, you see them after maybe 20 years of being together and they're married, they won't 5 months. It happened to my cousin. She grew up with they were so much in love with Brenda, so much in love. Dated for almost 8 years. Couldn't marry for 1 year. I mean, whenever Brendan is coming, the first time I met the guy, my cousin, you would think she's gonna fall. She wanted to fly from the stairs just to hug him. I'm like, shoo.
All right, Sister Ify, let me ask you this question real quick. Would you agree that people can be in a committed relationship without being married?
Of course.
What makes it a committed relationship? If you can be committed to somebody, then why can't you get married?
What is marriage? It's when you sign a piece of paper, right?
Agreed.
That's it. So if you don't sign a piece of paper, does it mean that you're gonna cheat or you're not gonna cheat? What does that mean? That's nonsense to me. I'm sorry to say this. In this generation, whatever makes you happy, do it. If you want to marry, fine. If you don't want to marry, fine. If you want to just adopt or have children or anyhow, fine.
But do you know that whatever makes you happy, especially when it comes to romantic relationship, is the reason a lot of people are wallowing in depression?
What do you mean?
Well, whatever makes you happy in romantic relationship, if you and I, we are in this type of Iyabo, Joe and Polo relationship, and you find out that my last trip 4 months ago, when I went to Spain, I slept with somebody.
Hold on, Uncle B. Let me break your heart. More married people cheat more than even single.
Agreed. I agreed.
Cheat more than so. Why would you?
But are you going to tell me now that if somebody say, if you and I, we assume that we are in a committed relationship, and I went to Spain 4 months ago and I slept with somebody, do you think you have the right to be jealous and angry and mad at me for doing that?
Again, marriage does not tell you that you're not gonna cheat or you're not gonna be jealous. You see, I think
I agree, but I'm just trying to point something out here.
No,
do you have the right to question me?
Okay.
If I went on a trip 4 months ago, I did what I did, and then you turned out.
What did
Absolutely.
you
On what basis would you be questioning what I did?
On what basis will you tell me that when I'm married, if I'm married, I'm not gonna cheat because I signed a piece of paper?
Agreed. Then you have the right to question me.
Let me tell you, in the state of Georgia, right? If you be with somebody for 6 years, you don't even need to marry to the person. If anything happens in the course of that relationship, you people share your assets 50-50. So just because I signed a piece of paper, that is why I'll be coming to fight you. No, I'm not going to do that. How you want to live your life. And again, this new generation, they're not playing.
Agreed. Marriage
is the way you want to define it. If you want to define it, you want to stay in abusive marriage, fine. Somebody posted something yesterday on Instagram. She's been married for 4 years and detailed all her abuses and all that stuff, what she has been through. But she was afraid to come out because of what people will say. Eventually, she said, I summoned the courage to leave. And there is no liberation any than that. If you love somebody, you're going to love somebody. If you want to cheat on somebody, whether you're married or not, you're still going to cheat on the person. So let us not use marriage as people people that are married cheat more than anything you can even think of.
What I'm pointing out here is like, you get my point, but you just haven't get me real well. If you can be committed to somebody, meaning I love you, you love me, I trust you, you trust me, we're doing everything together, it's fantastic. Then if marriage is just a piece of paper, why don't we sign it to do it the right way? Why do we have to?
A lot of people don't have. A lot of people feel that getting married to somebody feel like they don't have. Feels kind of. Let me find the right word. They are bound not to do certain things. There are certain things I can do, and you can't question me. Compared to if I signed a piece of paper and you can question.
Now you are talking. So, in other words, these folks, they are in Open relationship.
No,
Everybody do
it
whatever
does
you
not
want to
mean.
do.
No, it does not mean you can still be not married and still be committed. No, it does not mean they're not going to break up tomorrow. They can wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, we are no longer doing this thing. Let everybody go their separate way. Just like any relationship. Marriage is a relationship, whether we like it or not. Okay. So they cheated. If Paul decides to cheat tomorrow, Iyabo can say, you know what, you cheated on me. Bye.
Okay, good.
Or the other way, vice versa. Okay. So they can still cheat, whether you are married or not. Marriage does not prevent you from doing anything.
Okay, so now I want to take this to the next level. I'm sorry, this is a matured conversation. People might be watching, or if you get to see this later, there's nothing personal. We are not against anybody. We are just trying to have this conversation so we can better our society and better our people. Now, before I move on to the next one, let me just ask you this quick question, my sister, Ify. Would you say people should promote this type of relationship between Iyabo Ojo and Polo in our community?
Let me tell you the truth. I think what I've seen recently, people not being married, their relationship even lasts more than the people that are married, and they're happier. Yes, and they're happier. People that are not married to people that are living together like Iyabo and Polo are all happier. Their relationship lasts longer than people that are married, because a lot of devil they have hidden under this word called marriage. And they
you haven't answered my question, my sister. Should we now start promoting this and say, hey guys, just do committed relationship? And should we tell our children, look, don't think about marriage. That thing is bullshit, it's trash. Just do committed relationship. So you can walk away anytime you want to walk away. You can do 3, 4, 5 men wherever you want, do whatever you want. If you want that freedom, don't marry you. Just, you see Iyabo Ojo and Polo, they have this fantastic relationship. Just do committed partnership. Should we start preaching that?
Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy. At the end of the day, what matters most is my happiness.
Agreed.
If my children decide that's what they want to do, who am I to say no? They're living their life.
All right, thank you, my sister. But some of us still believe in traditional marriage.
I don't have no problem. I don't have no problem. Yeah, but I'm not gonna come here and bash Polo or bash
Iyabo. No. We're not doing bashing. You know how we roll here now. We don't bash anybody. We just look at situation from all angles. I'm sure you feel me here. So my stand, particularly my stand on what's going on here is, I think my girl started it. Simbi started it from our operation backstage, when she said, "Oh, they have a fantastic relationship." Now, where my head scattered, what do you mean fantastic relationship? Have you seen a man or a woman that say, "Oh, when they born me, I don't want to be married"? They want to be married. The only problem is
they've been married before.
Exactly.
Married before. Polo married before. It did not work out. Maybe this is working for them, so be it.
The reason is working for them. Why we are having this argument, my sister, is working for them because they are both promiscuous. Let's call it what it is.
No. You can't say that.
Freedom. When people say, "I want freedom, I want to do my thing," I don't. If they both love each other like they claim, hold on, my sister. If they both love each other like they claim, they are both committed to each other. Oh, he's the best thing I've ever met. They are both great people. When I started, I said it. They are both great people, successful people, and I love them both. But if you are giving us this picture that, oh, this man is fantastic, he's the love of my life, and your Polotu is saying that's my baby, what stop you from getting married? It means you're both deceiving each other. Let's just call it what it is.
Okay. Let me tell you, they are both deceiving each other. What is the difference if they get married and they still decide to cheat on each other? What's the difference?
Can I answer that?
Go ahead, Mr. Dayo. My sister is there, no go agree for this one. Sister Natu don't come now. Answer, may we hear Sister Natu. Answer, Mr. Dayo.
Sister Ify, how are you? Good evening, ma.
Good evening,
See,
sir.
the difference between committed relationship and marriage is that in a marriage, there is an agreement that you, my partner, will be the only person that I am going to be with.
Mhm.
Both of you to each other. You either go to court or you either go to church or and you sign a paper agreeing
Yeah.
that it is you and I only. But in a committed relationship, you have not exchanged any vows. You don't have anything committing together that I will not cheat on you or you will not cheat on me.
Exactly.
Our basis of commitment is just on trust. So what Okubenu is trying to say here is that should we now use that to replace marriage? Can we be telling our children, okay, you don't need to go through the process of getting married, like formally married, like going to court, having vows, having commitment and all, that you can just stay together so far it makes you happy and all. But I am saying that we are talking about Yabojo and Polo here. So if they're in a relationship, as we call it, Uncle Patrick call it companionship, me, CC, and CB, we call it committed relationship, and I think Lizzie call it committed dating relationship. We can call it anything, but what we know is that none of them signed an agreement that I will not cheat on you, neither will you, and that you will not cheat on me. We never sign any agreement like that. Based on that fact, if either partner falters, maybe, as he said, maybe he traveled for some 4 months and then slept with somebody else, does the other partner have any reason to be angry or to hold him accountable? Of course not. That's what differ. I mean, that's what makes the difference between their relationship and a proper marriage. Because there was nothing like, oh, I will remain faithful to you only, and you remain faithful to me only. If you choose to be faithful in that relationship, fine. If both of us decide to be faithful, fine. But if either of us falters by going out or doing something else with somebody else, the other partner cannot come and hold you accountable for it because we never signed
Exactly.
any form of agreement.
Exactly.
So that's where we're going.
All right.
That's what we're saying.
All right. Let me shit. Because of my time, let me quickly move to Sister Natu. And this is becoming interesting conversation. I think tomorrow I'm gonna come here with at least 4 types of people that are into this type of relationship, and then we can dive in further on the conversation. Sister Natu, before you attack me, look, I know wear hat when I start this show. Now, because of you, the moment I see your message when you say make I get ready, now I go wear my hat. May you not attack my boy. Hey, I know wear hat.
Uncle Ben, let me just tell you, people just say they are married now just for the sake of saying they are married. People do a lot of stuff. People have side family on the side. People do too many stupid stuff on the side, all in the name of having people and saying they are married. But they're not practicing marriage. And things are changed now. What Sister, I forgot, Sister Ify was saying earlier is that these two individuals were married before. They've experienced Shege Banza. Do you understand? So it's their personal decision. They're not promoting it. If that's what you want to do, the only thing that we're supposed to learn from this is for us to raise healthy children and make them see healthy marriages from us and be able to emulate that. But if you are preaching marriage and your children are not seeing it from you, they are going to do what Iyabo Ojo and Oga Polo are doing. And you can't stop them. That's just the fact. So you're saying that they're being promiscuous. Some of these people in this type of relationship are even more faithful than some people that are married. That's just the fact.
If he's clapping, see.
No, let's call a spade a spade.
Okay, if that's it, Sister Natu, real quick question for
Bro,
you.
Ben, tell me the last time we have been seeing all these married people that they are dragging on social media. From that bank executive that had married a girl that had a child for him, to which one, to Two-Face and the other one. Tell me the last time a woman dragged Polo online because she has an affair with him, or a man dragged Iyabo Ojo online because he has something to do with her. Please show me one person.
Because they are not in a committed relationship.
No, if you're not in a committed relationship,
that's not true.
But Ben, if I'm not in a committed relationship with you, I cannot be posting you online. I'll be doing what I want to do. They are in a committed relationship. They are just not married.
Okay, Sister Natu, here is the question for you. If two people can be in a committed relationship with each other and they are saying, oh, romantically, I love him, he loved me, we have to have this fantastic relationship going, what stop them from being committed to each other?
What is stopping them from being committed is because they've been committed to other people before. They've been committed to other people before that have lied and have refused to fulfill that thing that they've called commitment, and they are having issues believing what people call marriage and commitment. So they have done that before. So, if they've never been married, I will say something else. But they have been married before.
Sister Natu, so what you're saying in essence now is that if Iyabo, Joe, and Polo get married tomorrow, they will stop being committed to each other. Is that the point?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That the only thing that they didn't do is that they didn't sign the paper. And that paper that people are signing nowadays, people are not doing what they are signing. I have two aunties that passed. I have two aunties that passed that did not get married because their sisters did not give them what to hold on to, what they call marriage. They're like, if this is what my sisters are doing, if what my sisters are doing is what they call marriage, there's no need for me to be married. And they did not.
Sister,
if what we have been through is what you call marriage, we don't have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the bottom line. No, that's the bottom line.
I think
more than anything.
Okay, I think my sisters, you are still missing some of the point we are trying to make in this family meeting. No,
we get you.
Yes, ma'am. Your inner person, you are just poking and poking and poking. Listen, you know what?
I'm not poking. You see, we are missing it in our society now. Things are going wrong, and if we don't start talking about it so people can understand better, I don't think we're going to have the change we all expected. My question still remains that if I'm in love with you, where is Sissy? Sissy, are you still here? Now that's my partner in crime. May she come, because
I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm listening.
All right,
I'm coming to give you my answer.
If I'm in love with you, Sissy, we both say we are in this committed relationship. You trust me, I trust you. I don't believe you're cheating on me. You don't believe I'm cheating on you. You can count on me, I can count on you. And we are both there for each other. Everything is great. Why is it so difficult to sign that paper? Will that paper now be the reason why I have to step back?
Let me give you an example. I've had a friend that has had 5 miscarriages at 5 months and has decided not to carry and has decided to use a surrogate. Somebody that doesn't know her now will judge her because she likes her body. She has a banging body, by the way. They'll say because she likes her body, she doesn't want to spoil her body. That's why she refuses to carry pregnancy. They don't know that woman has had 5 miscarriages at 5 months. Gabrielle Union is one of them. Until she wrote her book, she didn't know that she had 9 miscarriages. And I've tried IVF almost 10 times. So when you see people doing some stuff together, you don't know their inner soul, you can't judge them. And you can't base your life based on them. If I decide to say today I'm not going to carry kids, I want to just go on adopt, and people will judge me. But they don't know that I've tried IVF, my body has seen Sheikh Devanga. There was a time I did injection for 70 days. After 70 days, I did 5 injection for 13 days. After that one, my husband was even done. I was the one that tried again. So when you see people and people are not talking about their story, you don't know. Some people is trauma.
We get it. It just happened that Iyabo, Joe, and Polo are like the people we are using on this conversation. But this thing is going on a lot now.
Can I come in?
Yes, ma'am. Please come in.
So from a dictionary, because I've been in the background researching, right? What is the difference between a committed relationship and a marriage? And we said it earlier on. Maybe people have missed it earlier, but Uncle Ben, we said this to you before. I said it to you. I said the difference is the committed relationship is more an agreement between them, right? That doesn't, it's not going to have the formality of a marriage, the legally binding commitment that is recognized by law and the government and all these kind of things. That's just the difference. People in a committed relationship, they said the main focus, right, is is the emphasis on the emotional bond, shared experiences, and a future vision for the couple. That is what that's the focus of most committed relationships. That's one. In marriage, I said this to you, if they're not looking to get married, to raise children, to have a baby, to have that family unit, to me, you don't need to be together with somebody and get married if you've been married previously, if that's not your focus. They've said it's on the web, the dictionary for marriage. The focus for a marriage usually is seen as a foundation to build a family and a long-term legal commitment to each other. That's the difference. So if you're not looking to have children, you've previously been married, you're both in your 50s, pushing 60, almost 70, then marriage doesn't need to be the main focus for these two people, which is what I believe they've decided. We're not going to do marriage. It's not what we're looking for. We're still going to commit to each other in terms that we have the same values. We still want to, forego all other people externally and just focus on each other, want to be committed to one another. And we're going to do that outside of it being a legally binding thing, but it's okay, word of mouth or a commitment between the two of us, right? You're not going to see somebody, I'm not going to see somebody. So the example that you gave previously, saying if they're in a relationship, the person, if they're married, it means that the person should not cheat on the person, they can question them. So, but when you're dating, if you have a boyfriend, if you say, Ben, you're my boyfriend, I say I'm your girlfriend. If you catch me sleeping with somebody else, you're going to ask me, but you said you're my girlfriend. You're still going to question me. You're not going to say,
Yeah.
oh, okay, no problem. You're for the streets. It's a one for, no, there's still a level of, like trust that you give the person, even at dating, a level of, okay, there's an exclusivity that person gives you, or you give that person whilst you're dating. So yeah, they still do have to answer to you, because if I come out now and I see my partner has gone and started sleeping with somebody else, I'm 100% going to pull him up and ask him, why are you with somebody else? We're meant to be committed to each other. It doesn't matter that we're not married. It's the agreement that we've made in the exclusivity that we've chosen. I'm dating you, you're dating me. We're not dating other people. So you still have a level of, you still need to answer to the person you're dating. It's not just in marriage. I hope that's
Yeah, it
explained
sounds good.
that.
But you don't have the right to ask. You are only asking because you felt cheated on. Right?
It's a lie.
Which one is don't have the right?
You
You have the right, because that person is also in a relationship with you.
committed.
That person is having a sexual relationship with you. You 100% have the right.
Yeah.
You
It's just like when you're in a
no,
boyfriend or girlfriend relationship. So
Uncle Benny.
because people are not married,
Mudaro.
it makes
Mr.
If we're not
Dayama,
sleeping together and you're just somebody, I'm saying hi, bye, we're going to have coffee, we're going to have to the cinema, I don't have any right to ask you. The moment it becomes a sexual relationship, I 100% have the right to ask you if you're stepping out or you're sleeping with somebody else. That is my right, because you're abusing my body. I've not asked and I've not permitted you to share your body and then come and deposit in me with other people. So it's my right.
Sisi, you don't have the right.
It's my right.
We
Excuse me,
both.
Uncle,
Well,
come
let me just allow Uncle Patrick talk first, because before we go attack bass boast now, Sisi don't they poke me now. My head
You're
don't
moving the goalpost, Ben, and that's
Uncle
not
Patrick, I beg, help me chime in here. This my sister, they don't come. My head no they walk straight again now. What is scatter me?
Uncle Ben, relax.
Yes, sir.
I'm taking it from a different angle.
Thank you.
They said
I'm coming. No, please continue. I'm coming.
They said marriage is an institution. And thank God for Sisi. You are echoing the word commitment. You have to be committed in a relationship, in a marriage, so to say, 100% committed. I'm just going to give you very few clear, simple example. People go into an institution and they flunk out. It doesn't mean they are not going to make it in life. Bill Gates flunked out of institution from college, and he's a multi-billionaire, trillionaire, will I say. I have 2 kids in college. Whenever I call my son and say, Dad, I'm doing my own work, I'll call you back. I just leave him. So what I'm trying to say from there is that marriage requires 100% commitment. And Brother Ben, My people, do you know how many GO general overseer, spirit-filled, have failed in their marriage? And I'm not going to mention name. Spirit-filled GOs that we know in Nigeria, they are divorced. So you have to be 100% committed to your marriage for it to hold. That's what I'm trying to say. So everything Sissy have said, she said about it, she's 100% right. So if you are not committed, don't go into it. And if your
Absolutely.
marriage should fail, it doesn't mean you are not going to make it in life. After all, Bible says there's no marriage in heaven. When you get to heaven, they will not say, Uncle Ben, are you married? Nobody's going to ask you that. I'm just taking in a Christian perspective. So there must be that commitment. So as per these people, everybody have said it. These people are adults. We don't know what's going to happen in the near future. When everybody leaves the house now, Iyabo alone, she's left alone. Iyabo, we can't just be like this. Can we just seal it? Yes. And we can't use what's it called? This lady, Oprah, own to judge. Oprah too has her own experience. She got pregnant, was it not 13? She lost the baby. You don't know. People come with Oprah might say tomorrow you want to get married. We don't even know Dr. So and so that she's the friend. I don't know anything about that man. So, but when two adults make their own decision, good for them. But we should not sell it to our younger ones. I'm going to reiterate that. Don't sell it to our kids and just say, no, marriage is not good. No, don't say that. Let them know your own experience. Iyabo, their own word. I'm not going to hold them to whatever they are doing. They are adults. Just don't sell it to other kids and say, no, you don't have to do that. At least Iyabo Joe's daughter got married, so I'm not going to hold him. So whoever is even married now, you don't even know what is going to happen in future. You know what I mean? That could be divorced. You say, I can't believe this. I'm leaning towards Iyabo Joe, and no, I'm not going to do this with any other person again. You can't say. Like I said, we have pastors. I'm going to hand up. One of the well-known pastors in Nigeria, senior pastor, one of the people that go with him all over the world. He's a pastor. So you know what the wife said? He said, this man, I'm not going to divorce him, but I can't stay with him anymore. We can't stay together. Yes, the man, well-respected man of God, he talked to them. He said, Daddy, I'm serious, sir. I'm not divorcing this man, but we can't stay together. Nobody will hold that woman for that. You know what our eyes have seen? We want her to be in psychiatric. Yes. You know what the man is how the man is dealing with her? No. Don't you know what happened to Josmaya security guard, the chief security officer? The man fired the man, the wife, and the children. Nobody believed it. Yes, Josmaya's chief security officer. Go and Google it.
And she has been married for how many times?
I don't look at what happened to the man. So
let's not. This is her. I think she has been divorced for 3 times, right?
No, I'm not even talking about Josmaya.
Not Joyce.
I mean the security officer. The security officer of Josmaya. Yeah, what the man did to the wife, he fired the wife, fired the children, and this man, nobody ever believed it. He's a Christian, so a lot of things happen. Yes.
So Joyce Myers this is her 3rd marriage, right?
Yeah, Joyce Myers,
3 times,
yes,
right?
Maybe, yeah. So yeah, so don't judge. I'm not judging anybody, but what I'm trying to say is that marriage is an institution that is a big deal. A lot of stuff is going on. I'm learning every day. I tell you, even me, I am learning every day. I am not perfect. I'm going to say that. Every day I am learning. So God will help us in Jesus' name. Thank you, everybody.
Amen. Uncle Patrick. Shout out to you, my J. How you doing? Amen, Uncle Patrick. Anyway, I say my sisters then they don't fight me on this one. Please make una no fight me.
Uncle Beno,
Yes, sir.
I just want to take it from where Uncle Patrick just said. What you just said. I think we are mixing up two things here. We are talking about what is a committed relationship and what's a marriage. But I think people that are in support of committed relationship, like the one that we have between Iyabo, Joe, and Paulo, they're like somebody that wants to eat his cake and still have it. You don't want marriage, but you want all the benefit of marriage.
Exactly.
And that's number one. Because if you say you don't want any commitment, that is, you don't want to sign any paper, but if a partner should cheat on you in a relationship that is not marriage, you have every right to complain and to protest. Yes, you have every right to complain and to protest, but you don't have any legal standing to do that. That's what we're saying here. Because for
That's
you,
not true.
for me to be accountable to you, I know this is going to cause some bad boost, but the truth must be said. You cannot
It's not about I don't know
But
what truth
we're
you're
not,
talking
but
about.
Uncle
What truth are you
Brother
talking
Dio, we're not talking about the person cheating or whatever. Like we're moving the goalpost so many different places and everything is correct, right? Legally, yeah, I don't have any reason. I can't take you to court and say, oh, this person cheated on me, they committed adultery. Fine. But in a relationship, whatever relationship, there's always a level of trust. Just like if it was your business partner, you expect a level of trust from that person. If the person says, oh, I'm going to do A, you expect them to do A. You don't expect them to go and do Y and Z and then come and tell you something differently. Even though maybe sometimes you don't always have a legally binding document, you still take the person based on the conversation you've had, the relationship that you have, and their character, right? You take most times, most people make deals based off of that, just that alone, without any paper involved. So it's the same thing when you're in a relationship, you're dating somebody, somebody's dating you, you have an understanding. If it now moves to a marriage, of course, legally, there's more repercussions for the person. And legally, maybe you have more of a stance to say, oh, okay, I need you to tell me this, this, and that. Even so, in a marriage, I don't believe you can be in a properly committed marriage if you've never practiced commitment from dating. It doesn't happen. You see people who are running up and down, they don't know how to be committed in whilst dating their girlfriend. Then they say, oh, when I get married, you'll suddenly become a saint and start being committed. It's not possible. So, of course, you need to have exercised that behavior and learned those skills whilst you were dating. If you're a serial cheater from dating, you can't tell me because you signed a paper and you got married, you'll suddenly become a committed person. It's not possible. So I think we're talking about everything we're saying is correct, but at the end of the day, these two people, for me, I don't believe that this is the right type of relationship for a young person to emulate. I have a 21-year-old. I still want her to get married.
Thank you.
We've said that.
Artisi.
I have been saying that. I said if it's a young person, they shouldn't be looking at Polo and Iyabo, people in their 50s on their marriages that they've done. Their kids are going to say, yeah, this is a person that I want to follow. No. If you are two mature people who have previously been married and it didn't work out for you, I don't believe that you should get married a second time. Me personally, I said if I was to be married and I'd been divorced, I don't think I would want to get married again. I'll just accept it like that didn't work for me. I don't want to go through all of that again. It's too emotionally and financially draining.
Sissy, you can get married the second time if you
Why?
find the right man. It's
You
about
can live with the
finding that person. It's about finding that person.
There's no guarantee in the right person, unfortunately. But what is guaranteed, at least in this relationship, you have your peace of mind. Your money will still be your money. Your home will be your home. Do you understand? The repercussions are not that much, and I feel like that's what is the main deterrent for a lot of people to do second marriage. Because if you've gone for a first marriage, you've lost a lot financially as a man or a woman. You've had to start from ground. Some people have to start from ground zero, build themselves back up again. I can understand why they wouldn't want to do that again just because of, oh, I might meet the right person. You may meet the right person, but then tomorrow something will happen. You'll go back down again. Not everybody wants to do that. So they make the decision to say, you know what? I've done that before. I'm not doing it again. There's nothing wrong with that.
Sissy, if you're saying tomorrow something can happen and then you decide I don't want to do that again and all that, are you telling me two people who are in in this, I don't want to call this a committed relationship, but let's just say
In a
two people
relationship.
who are like they're in relationship like Iyabo, Joe, and Polo right now. You want to tell me they still don't have argument, they don't have things going on in this relationship?
Who said anything? Of course they'll have the argument, but the argument is not going to impact their finances. If she decides she wants to leave the relationship today, Iyabo, is she going with her money that she came into the relationship with? 100%. Does she still have a house? Does she still have all her finances together? Yes, it doesn't affect her. Polo, I think the guy is a very rich guy, right? He's very established. If he dumps Iyabo tomorrow, he's not giving her any of his money. There's no legal or financial obligation. He's not paying her spousal support. He's not still trying to maintain a lifestyle that maybe he's shown her when he's dated her. He can walk away. I think that's what it comes down to. I feel like people don't want to go through that financial heartache or those type of financial breaks again. Taking a chance on, oh yeah, I love this person, because love is not, people when they love you, they'll say all the great things. It's when they're no longer interested, you'll see their true colors. And I feel like people don't want to take that chance. And I think for mature people that have done it before, there's nothing wrong with that.
You see, thank you, Sisi. I think you guys just don't want to agree that when people have this type of relationship going, they simply want to be free. They want to do what they want to do.
We've said
with nobody
that. There's nothing wrong with
questioning
that.
them. Yes, sir.
Just before Sisi cut me in, see, I wanted to say something. Marriage is not perfect. The fact that you sign paper with somebody that we are going to remain committed to each other does not make you both perfect. Things can still go wrong. And that is the reason why some people are claiming that they don't want that commitment because it does not guarantee anything. Fine, I agree with that. Signing paper does not guarantee fidelity. Neither does it guarantee lack of promiscuity. No. But signing those papers, we keep both of you, we keep both of you in check.
Exactly.
In case of misbehavior, you know there are repercussions. But if there is nothing like that, none of you, okay, now you just Sisi just said something now that either of them can decide to walk away and there will be no complications because they are not living together, they don't have anything binding. Iyabo can decide to leave, she still have a house, she still have a property, she still has her money. Same thing with Polo. But in a relationship, in a marriage, it is different. Yes, as Saifi said, the fact that you sign paper with somebody does not mean that person cannot cheat on you. It is true. But we are saying here that if in a relationship like their own, that's why I prefer what Uncle Patrick said. It's not even a relationship, it's a companionship. It's a companionship because if by everything that we have been saying so far, I think companionship suits it much, much better because it's a relationship, there must be some level of commitment, as I have said. But if you're going to be talking about that commitment and for instance now, my girlfriend should go and cheat on me somewhere and I cannot even accuse her or maybe hold her accountable for it, then to me, it is not a relationship. Because to me, it just be like it's an open relationship or maybe just like friends with benefits. And we have moved away from that. We said it is not an open relationship, neither is it friends with benefits. If we have said that it's an open relationship, then nobody can query what the other partner does. But it's not an open relationship, neither is it friends with benefits. So what can we call it? I think coming back to the
it's a situationship, Egmont.
Okay, situationship. Keep it like that then. If that's what's gonna make you sleep. It's a situationship. Are you happy? Are you happy now?
They have a situationship.
Can you let us? Can you release your grip on our neck? It's a situationship. Thank you.
Seriously, know how you want to explain this thing that okay, let's just close with this. I'm sorry I have to go to work, but I have this type of topic plenty for grand and we just have to learn from it, like I said. But let's close it with this. Let's look at the situation between Iyabo, Joe, and Polo and compare that to what Natasha and her husband got going on. Please let me explain. Sister Marriott and Sister Chiye, Joy, make una spare me finish. Make I explain before I begin punch me. Now let's put this in perspective. if Iyabo Ojo happened to be the one in the Senate and was receiving the type of treatment, methods to Natasha, do you think she could have what it takes to fight the way Natasha is fighting right now? Who want to try that? I see, sister, if you don't relax now.
This thing wouldn't change anything. The discussion is not gonna change my feeling or what I think.
No. I know. I'm not even saying changing feeling, but Uncle Patrick have already rounded it up, and I'm happy with what everybody's. I think Sister Chiye and a couple of people, we all agree on one thing. It's okay for people to have this type of committed relationship that they got going on. It's all right. If they have been married before and they think that marriage is not going to work for them this time around, absolutely fine. All I'm saying is we shouldn't be parading this type of arrangement that they have, this situationship they got going on. We shouldn't be parading it to everybody like, oh, this is the best you should have now. Because that is how America got to where they are right now when it comes to relationship. And I don't think it's good for us Africans to toe that part. It's great. It's working for both of them. Fine. I don't live in their house. Nobody live with them. But what they put out there in the public is that we have this fantastic relationship. This RNG kind of relationship where we get is the best. Fine. But I'm just saying, we shouldn't be parading it or praising them that, oh, they have done something that we are supposed to pass across to the next generation. That's just where I stand. And that's why I was just
praising them, Uncle Ben? Who was praising them?
Simbi started praising them.
But I asked you a question. I said this relationship that they have going on, well, it's something that is commendable because tell me one man or woman that have dragged them because they have something going on with them. It's just the two of them. So why is that a problem, sir?
Defend myself.
Defend yourself. You said they have fantastic relationship. That's how we ended here. That's how we end up here. How is this fantastic? And please, for those who don't know, Simbi is still single. Baby girl single. Never married, he never born or anything before. And she's saying, oh, this is fantastic, Uncle Ben. Did they have this? I'm like, I don't want to hear somebody like you. If my age mate, my older sisters now, if they say, oh, I think what they got going is fantastic, I can deal with that. But for people who Simbi age and below, praising what they got going on, no, I'm sorry, I am a coconut head.
You know what you should have done? You should have blocked Simbi from this chat. This was not the chat for Simbi. That's the truth.
Abi, she junior, Simbi junior. Where?
Case closed. This is over mature millennials, married, and divorcees only. You should have put that at the beginning of the show. You didn't let her know, so she didn't know. Now she knows she'll do better.
So Simbi, let me see. I think I'm getting the background noise from somebody. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, Simbi, defend yourself briefly.
Yes, sir.
Are you now convinced that these two are not the best example for somebody like you who have never been married? You never even collect marriage boss. So you shouldn't be praising them. I saw Tosi was sharing the same thing too. What is freaking about what they got going on? So over to you. What made you say the guy? Why do you say they have fantastic relationships in me?
Okay, Uncle Ben, I actually meant that it's fantastic for them because they're matured, like we have all established that fact. They're matured and they've been married before. So I think that getting married will complicate issues. I said that at the beginning of the show. I said maybe, just maybe when he decides to pop the question, it will just complicate everything that they have going on. So that's why I said it's fantastic. Besides, like Sissy has said, there are no scandals out there. Nobody is saying, oh, Iyabo did this. Nobody is saying Paulo did. They are both very careful. That's why I felt that they're committed. And is it not better this way? I mean, for them, it's better.
Let me speak for my girl.
We are not saying that the younger ones should. should emulate them. No, we're not seeing
Don't
them as role models, but I'm
Cindy,
just saying.
We
don't even
can
look at
support, we
them.
can congratulate them because they're displaying and they're showing a healthy, mature relationship for people who are divorced
Plus, they are
in a place
exclusive.
like Africa. I think it's a good thing to be showing because in Africa people say, oh, you shouldn't, if she's married, she's got children, nobody will want her. You cannot get a good man. Oh no, you have to take scraps. Iyabo has bagged herself a billionaire, right? He's a respectable person. He has his kids. Their kids are what? Their kids are very happy together. She also has raised her daughter. Her daughter's getting married. So it doesn't mean because you're a divorcee, you've been written off. If anything, to me, it's a good example for people who have been divorced and maybe think, you know what, I can only have this one marriage, and after this marriage there's nothing more for me beyond that. It's not necessarily about the marriage. I think it's more about how their relationship is working, and it's a positive thing for mature or divorcees. I'm taking that away from their relationship, but yes, it's not
Right.
for young people.
All right, all right, all right. Thank you. Now, the final question that I asked, I see Sister Marriott is already fighting against that. I said, if we switch the situation around, if Iyabo Ojo is in the position of Natasha, what do you think? Uncle Patrick, getting ready. What do you think would have happened? Because there is something about being in a committed relationship and then you take it to the next level. So many times that this lady has been dragged. For instance, when she had issue with Very Dark Man, and Very Dark Man dragged her like mad. Paulo wanted to do the macho man thing, but it doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is because Paulo is not her husband. He's just a boyfriend. I'm sorry. He's just a boyfriend. So
But that's the problem with society, then, African society. It shouldn't take because somebody is married to you or somebody's your sister for you as a man to see another man disrespecting a woman and to have to stand up. That shouldn't be the only voice that should make the most noise. And that's what African mentality, the mentality in Africa is, oh, if he's not your husband, oh, nobody should talk. Oh, if she's not a married woman, this cannot happen to her. That's rubbish. If you're saying that if it happened to women, babies are being molested, being essayed, they're not married to anybody, right? So irrespective of the fact that it's your husband, is not your husband, she's a woman. So I think if
agreed.
it happened to her, people should stand up and speak for her regardless. She doesn't need Apollo because he's a husband. He's speaking up for her because he's a man and he sees another man disrespecting a woman, and that's the right thing as a man to do.
No,
Period. It doesn't matter about being married or being your brother or being your father. It shouldn't be, you shouldn't compartmentalize women and only speak up for them when it's convenient for you as men. That's the wrong thing, and men need to stop doing that.
but would you agree, Sisi, that if Paulo had done what's supposed to be done, if you truly love this beautiful woman, she's all you ever wanted, and you take it to the next level, did you know Very Dark Man wouldn't have the effortry to attack Iyabo Ojo like that if they were married?
But Natasha is being attacked by men in the Senate House right now. They're all married people. So what are you saying?
Those men, and
what are you
those
saying?
men
They're
in
all
the
standing there
Senate.
and disrespecting her. She's still married. They're married too, Ben. That's not a good example. Please.
There are
It's just
levels.
misogynist. And
Hold on, no, CCO.
Yes, that's what it is.
There are levels to the disrespecting that Natasha is getting in
the
the Senate.
level has not got bad because she's married. I don't want to see if it's bad when she's not married, then if this is not bad.
Oh, Sissy, if Natasha happens to be
it's still not bad.
Iyabo, the level would have been worst. Unless we don't want to admit it as Nigerians. If Iyabo Ojo is in the place of Natasha right now, what they would have done, I'm not condoning whatever rubbish they are doing in the house. So I'm just saying it that the way they would have gone for her, it would have been worst.
Irrespective, both women, whether you're married, whether you're single, you're still being disrespected. You're still being essayed, married, unmarried. So it's not about the title that you hold. It's just the fact that you're a woman. That's just it. It's got nothing else to do with it. All the other things are just extras that African society adds on top of it. But at the fundamental basis of all of this is just they're women. And women are always disrespected, especially in Africa. That's just it. So if you're telling me that, because she's married, she wouldn't have been. Natasha is a married woman in that position in that Senate with all these supposedly educated, well-exposed men who are also married, yet they're still treating her like a dog. So it's not about who's married, who's not married. It's the fact that she's a woman, and that's just it.
Okay. I'm just saying, anybody want to chime in now? You're free. I'm just saying the kind of cover Iyabo Ojo would have had when that Basbos was going on, and the way they both love each other, if they have took that next step, that cover would have been powerful. Anyway, that's just my coconut head take. Anyway, who do we have in the house again? Sister Natu and Sister Ify, Uncle Pat.
Uncle Ben.
Uncle Beno.
Uh-oh. Uncle
Are
Ben
you
is
there?
not here.
I'm kicked out of my own studio.
I think the mic went.
See, they've snatched the mic
He's
from
back.
you. They've snatched the mic from you.
Uncle Ben, Uncle Ben, you've forgotten that Mercy Chinwo is also married, but Very Dark Man doesn't respect you. Whether it doesn't matter to him if you're married or not. If he wants to give you basketballs, he will give it to you. So being married doesn't change anything. Women are still treated badly.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Let's call it a spade a spade.
Uncle Dio, that's the truth.
I see because hold on.
Because how do you know that this person is your best friend's wife and then you are going after her?
Let's call it this, please.
Did you forget that she's married?
It's not a general rule, but the matter is that a married woman is much more respected in society, whether I like it or yes. That's the truth. If a woman at her age is unmarried, she will not be respected, no matter how successful she is in life. Maybe that is an African mentality.
That was before. Not anymore. Not anymore. Even in the African setting, not anymore. Even in the African setting, not anymore.
How?
You may call it an African mentality, but it's a fact. If a woman of certain age that's supposed to be married is not married, the kind of respect that she will get, they may respect you as a successful businesswoman, but nobody will accord that respect as a married woman. Simply because there is a grace that a married woman carries. I don't want to go religious here, but that is the truth. And then number two is that
Uncle Dio, are you saying that it's okay to disrespect single ladies just because let's assume we don't want to get married?
We are not saying it's
now.
Okay.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
Wrong. No,
you must not be married to be respected. I don't agree with that.
You are not getting this. Let me explain something to you, please. Now we are talking about situation that we have seen so far. Okay, Uncle Beno was trying to say that if Iyabo Ojo is married, the way that people will have come forward, they will have come forward with a little bit of caution. Now, I will give you a clue. When Vivian was dragging Mercy Chinwo, the husband was the one that was doing all the moves in the background. By the time we got to know, it was the husband that was going to meet the lawyer, to meet this, to do that. But Iyabo Ojo, as controversial as she is, of course, she can fight for herself. Nobody could do that for her. That's the difference. But
that's
what we are saying,
I'm making
now, the thing is this: whether we like it or yes, nobody's saying that marriage is perfect. Nobody's saying that marriage is everything or all the hype that I've said it is. No, but marriage still have its own decorum, no matter how you look at it. So let us not try to just brush it aside like that. No. I'm not advocating for people that they must get married. Neither am I saying that they should not. But what I'm trying to say is that whether you are married or not, marriage in its right place is still respected, even by God, and everybody in the world knows that. But if you don't want to get married, you can stay with whatever works for you. As for Iyabo Ojo and Polo, maybe both of them have been badly, maybe they had bad and terrible experience in their previous marriages. So they don't want to go into it yet. Fine, let them stay the way they are. But that should not be a standard for any other person that is young or that is not married or that was married before not to try it again. You can never know the joy of marriage until you meet your right partner, until you meet your own bone, your own flesh, and your own skin. I tell you, some of us, I am happy to say this. I'm happily married and I'm enjoying my marriage. Because why? I'm married, the bone of my bone. It is not the same with everybody. What I'm saying now may be somebody else's poison, but it
Yeah.
is not every marriage that is toxic. Neither is it every marriage that is okay. But some marriages are good. So let us not shy away from that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dio. Thank you, Mr. Dio. I think I agree with what everybody say. Now my uncle could not head. Now he just they talk. I say Didi self don't show up. Sister Didi, I want troublemaker. Me Sister Didi don't show up. He don't say I don't they cause trouble. I know cause wahala. Now Sister Mario they drag me here and there and Sisi and the rest of my sisters. So they not just want me we talk him the way he be. I know Polo stood up for Iyabo Ojo, but I'm just saying, let's say for instance, Polo said, "Oh, you are insulting Iyabo, how dare you? I'm going to court to sue you." Suing VDM as what? That's the point I'm making. Suing him as what? Uncle Patrick, Magbamio. So that's just what I'm saying here. I like when two people have understanding. Don't get me wrong. I like when a man and a woman, they have this chemistry, they discover themselves and they feel like, you know what? I think I like what I'm getting here. I'm just going to stick with this woman. And the woman is like, I like what I'm getting too. I'm going to stick with you. My advocacy is the same thing. Marriage will not still break that commitment you have towards each other. Marriage will not break the trust and the likeness. Whatever you have going on, marriage will not break it. In fact, marriage make it unique. That's why I'm just saying for people who are sharing Iyabo Ojo and Polo, good, congratulations to them. But if they do have this fantastic thing going, I'm just saying take it to the next level. Just take it to the next level. Iyabo Ojo even herself, I've been trying to avoid the subject of Iyabo Ojo's daughter getting married. I wish them good luck. I pray everything works for them. But if we want to call a spade, make I just leave that one because like we say, I don't start again now.
What is the spade? That the boy is older than the girl?
Uncle Ben, let me quickly stop
Okay. Okay, sir. Go ahead, Mr. Patrick, sir.
Uncle Ben, I'm going to advise you. Make sure you check your BP before you go to work. because the way you
shots fired.
I'm serious, Uncle Ben. It's not that deep. I understand. People are making valid points, and you are also correct. But take it easy. We want to see you in the next show. Make sure you regularize your BP.
My BP is okay. I'm calm.
Yeah, just calm down, Uncle Ben.
I'm calm.
You know, they said wisdom is profitable in all. Are we getting it?
Yes.
And let me just tell you, Uncle Ben, like Uncle
Dio?
Uncle Dio said, marriage, the Bible says better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. He said the patient in spirit is better than the pride in spirit. When you get married to your bone of your bone, your flesh of your flesh, and you know, whoever you get married to, if both of you are able to water the storm, the end of it is always very sweet. I must tell you, based on your experience and based on you people's experience, if people are able to water it down, you know, able to take care of your children, have wonderful children, there's going to be vast both. You know, as you grow, as both of you grow, begin to understand each other. Maybe something you're always fussing about when you're 30, 40, by the time you get to 50, you just let it go. The husband will let it go too. At the end of the day, you guys are going to enjoy each other. I'm telling you the facts. I'm just telling you the facts.
Exactly.
Your children are going to bless you. Yeah, because you both of you, your children are not stupid, even as they are growing, even 2-3-year-old kids, they know when there's issue at home. But the fact that you're able to brainstorm, you know, correct each other, move on, go ahead with it. And, you know, stay together. I'm not talking about DV, when no DV, you know what I mean? that would trigger our mental health. No DV, maybe physical or psychological is not there. But there's always issue. But by the time you grow up together, it is those days that the thing will just be growing. It will be growing.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's gonna be growing. And it's all about give and take. Ability to forgive one another, go on with one another, learn from one another. One thing I'm going to round up with the need for both of you to stand by each other, whatever might be the case. I tell you, I've seen couple. I'm going to give you one example. People can go and Google it now. I know of a pastor, Ted Haggard. I know what he did, but the wife stood by him. For every story, Uncle Ben, I've learned to look at the positive side of that story and learn from it. Ted Haggard's wife stood by her. Despite what that man, God, what God sent out of the church with what he did. People can Google it and learn. The woman stood by her. And the Bible says God is no respecter of person. God can touch this man again and still bring him back to ministry. Like I said, I've always been looking at positive aspect of things. I'm not going to judge anybody. I don't judge nobody. I'm going to round up, Uncle Ben. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Patrick. This has been a very interesting conversation. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on this one. So now, as we are rounding up, how can I round this thing up so that Baz Boss no go day? CC still day here. Simbi still day. Go hard to round. It's not today. Okay, but we still have to round up anyway. So let's start rounding this thing up. Brother, do you still stick with your definition of the relationship between Iyabo and Polo, that they are in a committed relationship? After all this our conversation, do you still agree that they are in a committed relationship that is leading nowhere than bedroom and social media?
Now, what I'm going to say about that is that after all this grass goes, I would like to remove the word committed. I would just say that they are in a relationship. Because
thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Because I cannot vouch for the commitment here when either of them can be away for each other for months.
8 months. Imagine.
I cannot stick up my neck for something that I cannot prove. So commitment, I don't know, but I know they are in a relationship. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Dio. Concise and simple. All right. Simbi, even though we are closing together, but let me quickly get your take. Are we able to convince you now that there is a very big difference between a committed relationship that is leading to where it's supposed to lead to and a committed relationship that only lead to bedroom and social media? Over to you, Simbi.
Uncle Ben, like Cece mentioned, we don't know if they would want to get married in the future. Nobody can predict that. We don't know how their relationship is going. We don't know what they've been talking about off camera. So saying that they are not in a committed relationship, I still do not agree with that. They are committed to each other. Yes.
So
Look at them. They are committed to each other.
So in your own young, beautiful mind definition, they are committed to each other even though they are not heading to nowhere.
That's why I said we can't predict the future. We can't just conclude and say they are heading nowhere. Uncle Ben, we can't just look at them.
They are not heading anywhere.
Oh my God. Nobody knows the future, Uncle Ben.
All right.
What? People get married and still head nowhere. They get divorced. So
I see something.
They headed somewhere and they still got divorced. So please let's just leave Iyabo and Polo to enjoy their love while it lasts.
All right. Real quick, before I leave you with your final take, just like you said now, I see this thing you shared in the chat that But we have long distance marriages. Let me tell you one thing now. I don't want anybody to agree with me, but I can tell you that even though this day figure I want to call is not empirically verified figure, 85 to 90% of people in long distance relationship, if long distance relationship is what I know it to be, that they are both way apart, like they can't see each other easily within 3-4 months. If we are looking at long distance relationship within that regard, they are one of the party is cheating. I said it and I said it. In any long distance marriage, so far it involves cross border. They can't easily see each other when they want to. One of them, if not both, is cheating. Let me just say that, make I leave my case.
Don't judge everybody by your standards or your lack of.
I say 80 now, 80 to 85%. Meaning not everybody now says Sissy.
Okay.
Sissy, you see, you no filter what I said. You just hear me mention that now. You won't pop my balloon. Anyway, yeah, let me go to Sister Natu. Sister Natu, Iyabo, Joe, and Polo. Friends with benefit, open relationship, una say lie, una say na committed relationship. After all this our deliberation, do you still think they are in a committed relationship that is leading nowhere, but is working for them? I know she says Sister Natu today herself. Thank God she did busy, they work now. Very good. Sister Natu, yes.
Present, sir. What did you say?
I just want to celebrate now. Say you agree with me. That's why you know talk. I said, do you agree from all our discussions so far that Polo and Iyabo, they are happy together, but they are in a committed relationship that is not leading to anywhere, except for social media and bedroom, and this they are shining white?
I do not believe you. I do not agree with you. I cannot judge based on what I'm seeing outside, but I do believe that these are two happy people. And if they probably might decide to do something in the future, we don't know. Upper and Stedman, we've not ever heard of any scandals about them, and they're still together. You understand what I'm saying? So they're still helping each other to grow, thrive. They're thriving in a different career field, and nothing else. Everything has been good so far. So I do not believe what you're saying. I think that these are two happy people that want to see each other grow, and they're helping each other grow. And it's much more than what we think. They're just letting us see what they want us to see. Whatever they don't want us to see, they're keeping it to themselves, and that's their business. But then check your BP.
Sister Natu, there is nothing they want us to see than what we are seeing. That look, we are free to do whatever we want to do. I can go on
social media at your own expense. Believe social media by your own expense. I just finished talking to somebody now. Let me tell you, people show you what they want you to know. I have a friend that had a child. Like I've known this friend from JSS1. This friend, we do stuff together. We got married, talk about relationship, children, everything. This person, when I had a child via IVF, she never told me. I just got to find out. She still doesn't know that I know. People just want you to know what they want you to know. That's it. That's it. This person, I talk to this person very frequent. And that's why you know what they want you to know. You don't know the kind of money Polo has. You only know what you are seeing. That's it. And that's the part. It's not easy to put on social media.
My own be say that hand, you see Iyabo Ojo hand now. Do you see any traces of any ring? Anyway, man, no good there anyway. I agree with you.
Why ring they stress you? Why ring they stress you? Why? Why is ring your problem? People wey wan go do chin fan for outside, comot ring, keep for table, do wetin they want to put ring back. Why ring dey stress you for abeg?
Sister Natu, Iyabo Ojo na my sister, na my Yoruba sister. Let Polo did the right thing. You cannot be eating from a very fancy, fantastic place, and you don't want to do the right thing.
Uncle Patrick, I told you, check your BP. Check your BP. You can't tell them what is the right thing.
Okay.
You can't tell them what is the right thing. What is right to you? You cannot see a Muslim man with 3 wives and tell him do the right thing. 3 wives is not the right thing for you as a Christian man. Three wives is the right thing for him as a Muslim man. You can't You cannot define that for them. What I realize
right.
about life, like Uncle Patrick said, we are learning every day. I'm still defining stuff for people. And then, because before, when we were talking about feminism, that's why I refuse to define myself as a feminist. Because everybody has a definition of feminism, what a feminist is. And people's definition is always going south, south, south. So what you define as marriage is not what other people define as marriage. What you define as partnership is what people define as partnership. What you define as companion is what other people define as companion. These people might have everything and enjoy everything that a wife and a husband benefit, everything. The only thing that they didn't sign paper is what they are enjoying. You don't know.
Okay.
No,
Okay. Thank you,
we
Sister
don't even know if they are married secretly itself. We are here fighting ourselves.
They're not married
One
secretly.
gospel.
Iyabo Joe will never do secret marriage. Oh.
Why not? Why
No,
not?
no. Secret. I'm a funny. We are Yorubas. We
Babel,
they like to spend and have
I'm telling you, it's not all
Uncle Ben,
Yoruba.
Uncle
We go
My
Ben,
to
Uncle
quickly,
Ben, Uncle Ben,
Yes,
Uncle
calm down.
ma'am.
Ben, check the comment
In
section.
America, my second family in America is Yoruba.
See what
I'm
Uncle
telling you.
Patrick said in the comment section. Check.
Okay.
And my second family in America is Yoruba. And my other sister went and got married, letting us know. They went to court. That's somebody that like Faji. She had a second baby now. She went to court and only for us they were doing many ceremony online or via Zoom. And she just said somebody will meet my husband. All of us in the family opened our eyes, including mommy. Huh? House, what? The person that like Faji has married within under our nose. But then leave it there, I beg.
Yeah, see, all right, I hear you. Uncle Patrick said they look happy. Looking at this relationship, I think they are both committed and they are both matured. Absolutely. We have always agreed with that one that they look good together. It's just that for me, okay, you cannot be eating something good and you don't want to do the right thing. No. Follow can never be in this type of relationship with an Igbo woman. I'm not trying to be tribalistic, but you cannot say we are having partnership with an Igbo woman. Let us go to the basics. Anyway, I agree, Sister Natu. Una gender is not just
But then, the women that you know before is not the same. Oh. They are different. Yesterday, me and my sister had like one of my sisters in America, called my sister. We had a 3-hour call. And she told me about one of our friends. Igbo girl. She's the only child. She said she will never get married. She has gone to tie her womb. Her parents didn't know. But then, this generation, you know, they are still in 1966. So you better come out before your BP will go and do something to you. Uncle Patrick have told you.
all right. Thank you, Sister Natu. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me. This has been another fantastic show. So, Sissy, let us close together, okay? But, Sissy, remember that you have to let the people breathe, okay? Let be poor, breathe. Right? So, Sissy.
Who have I not let breathe? Who have I not let breathe?
Me. You don't let me breathe. You don't let me breathe. Sissy, don't be like my sister Mario. Sister Mario no agree with me today at all. And I don't know what thing I do. I'm actually fighting for your gender. That's why I said, what does women want? We can never understand your gender, Sissy. What do you people want? I am fighting for your gender today now. And Marriott is like, I'm not having it with this Uncle Ben today.
We want to be respected, and yes, we want to be respected when we make decisions that are in our best interest. That's just it. I think that's as simple as I can explain it.
Sissy, let's just agree that your gender don't know what they want. They are moving like a wind. Anywhere it blow, they go. Let's just agree on that. Although I was going to do today's show on Two-Face, this sister Tope Alabi and this other woman. This woman is as worst as Iyabo Ojo, but ever since Iyabo Ojo met Polo, I've had a lot of respect for her, and I'm really, really impressed with the way she carry herself. You see, this Lizzie, I was going to talk about her on this show before, but because I started with Iyabo Ojo, we were unable to get to this point. So I might have to come back and dive into these two matter tomorrow. But let's go back to what we are saying as we close in CC. Your gender is confusing me. They are confusing me. I can never understand your gender. Lie. Eh? I am fighting for you. You don't want to fight for yourself. All I'm saying, I am fighting for your gender. All I'm saying is that who is laughing? Simbi, is that you?
It's me.
I can't understand you people. All I'm saying is Polo should do okay. 1 or 2 years is okay to be in this their arrangement committed relationship. But now he's going to 3, moving towards 4 years. Polo is eating where he did not work. No, I am fighting for your gender. Iyabo Ojo used to be a very loud, sarcastic, I don't say nobody, Lagos babe kind of woman. But ever since Polo stepped into her life, people who really know Iyabo Ojo can attest that this woman has done like a 360. She's now more acting womanly with candor. She now carry herself with this majestical move of a queen. And I love that. I know it took a while before Polo can get her there. But
so
she's committed to Polo.
It's because of Polo. It's only because of Polo. That's what is that what you're saying? That's
yes.
How
Polo is because of Polo she changed. I can argue that one to any level, Sisi.
It's not the fact that she's a mature woman, and sometimes some things that you do when you're a little bit immature, or maybe when you're just not in the right headspace, you can do immature things like ranting online, and sometimes people just grow up and you just think, you know what? It's a new year, 2025. I don't want to be that same person online screaming and shouting. My kids are getting
no.
It's got nothing to do with Polo. I'm not saying he's not an influence, of course, but I don't think he's down to her 360 like you're saying. Come on,
Sisi, you really don't know this woman. You see the other woman I was going to talk about, that Lizzie and Jory.
Again, I'm not going to give all the credit. When a woman does something, all the credit is always because of a man. Sometimes it's not because of a man. It's not.
Sister Grace.
Credit isn't due.
Okay, Sister Grace said
influence. I'm saying it's not because he came into her life, she did a 360. Maybe she's just matured. Maybe she's moving in a different crowd. Maybe she's found God.
Sissy, when a woman is in love, we can tell. When a woman is in love, that is when the coconut head weighted their brain, they finally calm down. It is because of Polo she calmed down. Okay. This man, I will never agree that it's because of her age that make her to turn around and become this reserved kind of more matured and with a lot of courage woman that she has been. No, it is.
Can I give an example of our Auntie B? Right? I hope Auntie B won't mind me saying this. Auntie B is married. Everybody knows that, right? There have been times Auntie B has been online and she's had some back and forwards with people. And of recent, people have been commenting, oh, Auntie B, you've become so much more calmer. Oh, you become, sometimes people will call in, they'll be talking rubbish. Auntie B will not snap at them. She will not lose her temper, go back and forth with them. She'll give them opportunity to talk. People are like, oh my God, Auntie B, you really worked on your, being really calm and allowing people, not that she wasn't before. It's just, I'm giving that an example of somebody that we all know, right? Mm-hmm. Why Auntie B is now in her 50s?
That is a different.
She's married. That's the reason. No, but I'm just saying. Sometimes when you get to a certain level of maturity as a woman, there's some things that it just doesn't. It's like you can't be bothered. You just don't want to. It's not because of a man. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not because of a man. She maybe just decided that, you know what, I don't want to be fighting online. Or making noise online. It's not just because.
My sissy.
If he leaves her tomorrow, you think she'll go back to doing what she was doing? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my God.
Then come on, stop.
If Polo move out of her life today, I give this woman just 3 months. She will be worse than where she left off. I'm telling you. But I don't know. I can't predict that. All I'm just saying is that from what I observe from my own small lens, I think Polo really, really made a lot of impact in her life. And I appreciate that for that. She also allowed herself to make that changes. So, and when I put all this together, is still why I can't understand why they are not taking the relationship to the next step. Why they still want to enjoy that freedom, the freedom of, oh, I'm in a really committed relationship with my partner, but we're not married. Ask whoever said is in a committed relationship and not married. Deep down, at the bottom of that, I'm in this committed relationship, but we are not married. What you have at the bottom of it is freedom. Ability to do my own shit and nobody is questioning me. So, well, as we round up, Sissy, do you still stand with your definition of what they got going? How did you define it that time? Oh, it was Lizzie. Lizzie Blessing was the one that defined it as committed dating relationship. I will do research on this one. Let me understand what is committed dating relationship. So, Sissy, have I been able to change your mind regarding what they got going on here or not, Sissy? I think Sissy is gone. Thank God. Yes, that means Sissy agree with me. Yes, Sissy, you agree that I've been able to change your mind. She agree. That's absolutely not. Sissy definitely agree with me. 247. Anyway, thank you, everybody. Sister Grace, why now? Sister Grace and Uncle Ben, deal with your gender that you understand and leave the opposite to deal with their own. Honestly, I can never figure out this opposite gender. Unamata, Jesus. Sissy, you're back real quick.
It's your village people that are messing with my internet. What's going on? When I want to give my answer.
So what's your final answer, Sissy?
Okay, let me round it quickly. So for me, like Brother Dio said, I don't think the right word is committed, because yes, commitment does hold a certain level of, there's certain things that they don't have in the relationship that would mean that they are committed. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's just call it that they're in an exclusive relationship. That's how I would redefine it. That's just it. They're being exclusive to each other. They're in a relationship with each other. Then it's not an open relationship. It's not open, whatever.
Sissy.
Fine. Take the commitment off, since that's stressing you out.
Sissy, wait, Sissy, wait.
What?
Which one
I'm
is
agreeing with you.
Exclusive relationship again? Okay.
Yeah, because if we're exclusive, it means that we're only dating each other. So far, they've not come out, or other people haven't come out to say, I'm dating this person, I'm dating Iyabo, I'm dating Polo. So for now, it's an exclusive relationship. They're in a relationship with each other. I would say, yeah, it's not committed in the sense that it's not going to marriage, or they're not things legally, they're not buying property together, they're not doing all these more committed things, as you say. Fine, take commitment off the table, but then they are in an exclusive relationship with each other, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So Marriott is asking, at what point is it committed? Sissy, can you help me answer that? Marriott is asking, if they are in an exclusive relationship, at what point is it a committed relationship? Sissy, don't run. You know if you answer this one.
But at what point? To me, it's the commitment that they have to each other. If they start doing things together, like let's say they buy a property together, that shows me that they're a bit more invested in each other. Okay, both of them put their money in, or they're living together. That shows more of a commitment. If they're still living outside of the home, one has their own house, this person has their own house, there's still not really that level of commitment in the relationship, because they're not really under the same roof. Fine, if that's what we're going to define it as. Even if they're not married, if they're not living together, then the commitment is more like a relationship of just exclusivity.
Yeah. And that's what my sister Chinye is saying right now. Sister Chinye is replying to Marriott and said, at Marriott in marriage. My sisters, can you please just agree with us that it to be in a committed relationship, you may have 1 year, 2, 3, 4 years. 4 years is too long. 2 years is okay to be in a committed relationship before you take it to the next level. My own conclusion is this. If you meet somebody, I don't care whether you are married before, whether divorce happened and all that, I really don't care. But if you meet somebody that you think you have this connection and the relationship is really good, you feel satisfied, your partner is satisfied, you both have this high level understanding, maybe I should put it that way. When you take it to the next level by being married, it will not change anything. You're still gonna be the same person that you have both be. Even in committed relationship, you will be having issues now and then. Those same issues is still similar to the same thing you're still gonna have if you say I do. People just kind of have it in their brain that, oh, maybe if I just say yes, we get married like this man will change or this woman will change. If you truly love each other, you don't change. It's just a paper. That's the only area I agree with my Marriott today. My Marriott said it's just a paper. To be honest, marriage is just a paper. What you have towards each other is what matter. Please, and generally to my sisters and brothers, please, don't let us promote what we know deep down that is not what should be promoted. It's okay for people who have been divorced and they find love again to say, you know what, I don't want to do this marriage thing again. I just want us to be cool. That's fine. I'm not against it. But don't be part of the people who will preach it to younger folks that, you know what, don't even bother marriage. Marriage ain't shit. Don't even stress yourself. Just do partnership. Do this, do that. Please. We are African for a reason. God created us as Africans for a reason. I know nowadays the all this Western world is trying to take over everything from us. But to be candid with you, what we have in Africa is beautiful. I know my gender and I be the
Oh, is
serious
that Auntie
problem
B coming in now?
Where?
Now that I called her name.
Where? Oh wow. Auntie B, ha, hey, Auntie B. Thank God say now towards the end, Auntie B comes. Auntie B for don't drag my butt today. Shout out to you, Auntie B. How you doing, my sweet sister? You're welcome. You see, Auntie B is in spirit. Oh, you mentioned her name and she showed up. So, as I'm just concluding, please, if you are in a committed relationship, if you feel this person, the person feel you, and you have comfort in each other, just take it to the next level. That's just my own take. Me, I'm not buying this. We are committed to each other. We can be doing the do for as long as we want. Let anybody do that. I don't support it, but I am not saying it is wrong. If that keep you in a happy place, please go ahead with it. God bless you. Sisi, Sisi, you're supposed to be understanding Yoruba by now. You cannot be punching me every day and you won't understand Yoruba. Sisi, Shemowire. Auntie B,
leave me alone. Don't worry, I'm learning.
let me
break it down for me. Break it down for me.
Drop link for Auntie B. Make Auntie B just come help me put 1 or 2 minutes into this matter. Auntie B, I bring your people then come here today and I'm asking one question. I'm asking if what they have is friends with benefit or open relationship. And everybody don't talk, say, okay, it no be like no be open relationship now, and no be friend with na committed relationship. And I said no. Say if they are in a committed relationship, at least by now they should be
married
and be married. So welcome my sweetest Auntie B. I don't miss Auntie B voice,
Uncle Beno,
I don't miss Auntie B voice. Welcome, ma.
You are rounding up, it's 2 hours.
Sisi and my sister, now they make them drag. Just because
What are they dragging? CC always causing confusion everywhere.
That's not true. Auntie Rita, I was here calling your name and you appeared.
What did you call my name for? What did you say I did now?
About maturity, being matured. Ben was saying that Iyabo, only because of Polo's came into her life, that's why she's calmed down. And I was saying, look, no, sometimes when you get to a certain age, I just gave the example like yourself, people say, oh, Auntie B, you become so calm, you don't let things stress you when people call and do all this. I said, yeah, because sometimes maybe you just get to an age where you just mature and you just can't be asked to go back and forwards with people. She doesn't want to put herself out on social media ranting and raving. It's not necessarily just because she's with Polo. Ben was like, oh no, it's because of Polo, you changed that. She's done 360.
It can be both. It can be both.
Yeah, it can be both.
Yeah, but what happened is that in my own case, I think I'm one out. They want me out, so I don't have energy again.
No, it said self-growth, please.
I don't have energy again.
But what do you define the relationship between? What do you define the relationship?
Okay.
What do you define the relationship between Polo and Iyabo? Do you think that they're in a committed relationship? Do you think it's an open relationship? Is it friends with benefits? We all said that they are in a committed relationship, meaning that they are dating each other. They're not seeing other people outside for what they've presented to the public, right? I said, most of us have said this is not really the relationship for young people who have not been married to emulate. But if you've been married before, it didn't work for you, and maybe this is your second marriage or your second whatever go round, their relationship is a good, I think it's a healthy representation of what people who are divorcees can do moving forward and not necessarily getting married. What's your take?
It's difficult to tell whether it's committed or is open. It's only the two people involved that really know the sort of relationship they are in. We are onlookers, and don't forget that these people are public figures. We both know that public people or celebrities will show you only what they want you to see. So, but I think they are in love. Yeah, I think they are in love, and from what I've seen, yeah, I tend to I'm leaning, to what you guys concluded before, that they're in a committed relationship. However, I think Iyabo is not being sincere about what she wants. When she said in that interview that
she doesn't want marriage.
She does, both of them. I think it's Polo that doesn't want to get married.
That's what I said. I said it's usually the man that's concluded.
Yeah.
And if you're not going to change his mind as a woman, you'll just say, okay, I don't want marriage anymore.
Nigerian women, 100% we want to get married. We always want to get married. That's the truth. Don't forget that what marriage means to a woman is different from what it means to a man. For a woman, marriage is just more than, taking his name or wearing ring. It's security. It's not just financial security, it's emotional security for you.
Thank you.
And that's what women want. That's the number one thing women want. And that's why I think Polo doesn't want marriage, and she has got to agree for them to, to be together. So she's come to just accept that. Because if you see, I follow Iyabo. I actually like Iyabo. I don't like some things she does, but I like her as a person because she's very hardworking. I see the way she's raised her children single-handedly, and she's done very well for herself. If you see the post she started posting since when their relationship became public, she's always said, "Oh, forever is the journey. What's forever? It's forever, not marriage."
Exactly, man.
She's always making comments like that, quotes like that. Oh, I've forgotten how she was saying it. She used to say, oh, somebody actually called her out on it, one of these trolls, or said something about that man that's not married you. Every time you are saying forever is the deal. Hey, that's what she used to say. Forever is the deal. Forever is the deal. That's when she stopped saying it. She used to just put the hashtag forever is the deal. So I think she wants marriage, but Polo is not willing to commit. So it is what it is.
Thank you, Auntie B. And that's why I'm saying, because we have three definitions here. Somebody, I think Uncle Patrick defined their relationship as companionship. Then my other guest said it's a committed relationship. And one of my sister from Mubudo even said committed dating relationship. I said I never heard that one before. Which one is committed dating
They are
relationship?
just partners. I think Nigerians are now embracing this partnership thing without
Thank you. I
the
said partner
ceremony.
before. Somebody said it's a business. It's like
No,
business
no.
arrangement.
They
I
are
said no.
partners. It's just the way the idea of partnership is foreign to us in a way that we've not really practiced it before. But now, because the world is such a global village now, everybody knows what's happening everywhere in the world. Nigerians are embracing it more now. So you hear people saying my partner. So they are partners, but they are not married. They don't live together, obviously, because Paulo lives in I think he lives in America. I'm not sure, but he's always in and out of Nigeria. But again, distance might be an issue because Iyabo, her work is in Nigeria. So she can't just leave everything she's doing. She's got businesses in Nigeria, her acting and everything is in Nigeria. So for her to be with him, she'll have to drop everything, and that would be very foolish at her stage in her career.
So that now more or less look like they are in a friends with benefit kind of relationship.
No, they are partners. I think it works for them at the stage of life they are in.
Thank
Okay, but
you.
I knew when Iyabo was talking on TVC, I knew he was not going to sit well with a lot of people. Don't forget that we're a very religious country, Nigeria. You now say that you don't want marriage. You and this man, every day you are knocking. Are you trying to teach girls
That's
not
what
to
Ben
get
has been
married?
saying. That's what he's been
I'm
screaming
number
here.
one of the people that it doesn't sit well with.
If people will
Pastor
not like
Ben.
it, that's how we are. They will not like it. They will say you are promoting promiscuity, that you are selling, you are telling people not to get married, like people have not been doing this before. That young girl that went to Big Brother house, did you not see her with a baby the other day? Where's her husband? I think the baby is even mixed race. When I saw the picture of the baby, Nengi, or what's her name? The baby is mixed race. She's not married. So I don't know. The world is changing. I mean, people at different stage in their life want different things. My own is that whatever makes you happy, just embrace it. People always talk. It doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Okay, Auntie B. One other thing that I'm concerned about, and I asked it here, it become bass bush. If, for instance, Polo here in America slept with another woman, and then Iyabo Ojo get to find out, does Iyabo Ojo have the right to say, "Oh, I'm going to go all out and fight. Why are you sleeping with my man, or why is my man sleeping with you?" Blah blah blah. Does she have that right with this kind of arrangement they got going on now?
How old is Paulo again, Uncle Beno?
He's over 50.
Is there anybody there that knows his age? Because he did a photo shoot the other day to celebrate his birthday, and people were like, "Grandpapa, I better enter house." You know, that's a new thing for them now, to be age shaming people. All these children that are more on social media, before you know, they will start calling you old, as if age is not something that somebody should be ashamed of. So with reference to that question, Uncle Beno,
yes,
the reason why I'm asking that question is Paulo at this stage in his life, I don't think he has energy to be sleeping around like that again, because at the stage of his life now, he's 58.
Auntie B, sometimes
that's what I said.
Auntie B, you know how women get to 40 and then they are this.
But for men, that's not what happens. It's just
a
the
man of
timing.
58 years old, brother Beno Gbagbe, he doesn't have the energy to be jumping around.
Auntie B,
It's women that in that age gone that will even be jumping up and down looking for small fights, you know. So, but I mean, talking seriously, engine weak, Jare, Marriott, engine weak.
It needs a jump start.
That's my age bracket now, and I can tell you, engine weak. Let me just tell you guys, let me tell you something. All this, they are jumping around, they are sleeping around, carrying different women. By the time they reach 40 and they will begin to enter 50, like this, like the thing will be doing like this. You just want to eat and sleep.
Auntie B, Ned is still marrying young girls, so
is it to marry? You can marry when you have money. If she be at 18 gone, you can marry. It doesn't matter. Marrying is one thing, but the ability to be knocking and knocking is what we are talking about. The energy.
Oh my God.
It takes a lot of
Auntie B.
energy. And no, it's not just the energy again. Biologically, the testosterone for men start to drop from that age. You know that at 40 start to drop. That's why younger men have so much strength. Boys from 20, 30, but at that age, it starts to drop. So I don't think.
Oh, okay, but Auntie B, if any of them mistakenly fall on something, does anyone have the right to say, "Oh, I'm mad, I'm jealous, you cheated on me"? Since they don't have any
What are you talking about? Just because you are not married, it's just even if it's boyfriend and girlfriend,
you still have a level of
faithful.
Yeah, you have to be faithful.
That's an expectation of that relationship, partnership. Iyabo people that will live together for years, they will even have all the children in their belly before they start getting married. Do you tell me that because there's no ring or that they've not gone to the court or whatever that they will sleep around? No, it's an expectation. You have to be faithful. You have to. It's a committed relationship. Now you have to. You can't cheat.
No, Ben is saying that you don't have any right to ask the person. They don't owe you an explanation.
It's almost like saying boyfriend and girlfriend, where you don't have any right. Say you should cheat on your boyfriend and or your girlfriend.
Exactly. I'm just saying they can complain, they can whine, but other than that, you can't do anything.
No, you can't cheat. You can't. They are together and they are together. So just because they are not physically together or because they are not married, even if Paulo was in Nigeria, the fact that they are not married doesn't mean that, you know, they should be cheating on each other. Then it will become an open relationship.
That's what I think they have, because
no.
If
it's a committed, I don't think they have an open relationship.
Sure, you know that in that interview on the TVC, he actually says sometimes Paulo will go away for like 8 months.
But she used to visit now when he's away. She didn't say they didn't see for 8 months. He will travel for business. Then she will now. She says she always has an open ticket, so it's not like they will stay for 8 months without seeing.
All right.
So he will go abroad to different countries, but Iyabo is always traveling.
Thank you, Auntie B. Thank you for clarity, Uncle Patrick. Thank you, Sisi. Sisi, you are lucky. Auntie B called him.
I love Auntie B came to vindicate me. Thank you.
We wouldn't have read the end of this today. You are just freaking lucky. Auntie B called it. Troublemaker Sisi.
Uncle Beno, don't forget that this is the one teaching you all the slangs.
Exactly.
If you do too much,
he's not good. He's not a good student.
You don't know all the slangs.
I'm going to fail. I'm going to flunk all these lessons that I've been giving him. He's not taking anything on board.
Yeah, and another thing I wanted to say, Uncle Beno, when you get to a man who is 58, now they are thinking about passing on, building their generational wealth, and Paulo is an Igbo man. Igbo people don't play with their coins. So I don't think, he's been out there. He's a man about town. He's been out there, so he's played, he's done everything he needs to do. I think at this point, and he's a grandfather now. The daughter had a child the other day. So, I think they are looking at building something more, something generational, not jumping around at this stage now.
So, Auntie B, you are saying grandpa is in a committed relationship with grandma?
Yes, so Lagbar alone. I think so. That's what I suspect. Yeah.
I would love to see all their family together. I go laugh. Anyway,
a lot of men don't want to get married again. That's what we need to discuss, Uncle Beno. Why are brothers not wanting to get married? Is what we should be talking. Including the younger one. It's a problem now.
Auntie B, is our sisters that don't want to marry. They are making it mandatory that we must have money before they will settle down. E.g., Sisi. They say we must have money before they get married. Sisi, am I lying? Am I lying?
No comment.
Sisi say no one suffer love. Sisi no
I'm
one
not suffering in love, no. Absolutely
not. Suffer love. What do you call it? What's that your name? Because struggle love. Struggle
love. No.
Sisi, a little bit of struggle go a long way. Don't forget a little bit of
Not at my age. Not at my age.
Beno likes to pull your
Sorry.
string. He
Not
likes
at
to
my
pull your
age.
string, Sissy.
Your
He's just trying to pull
baby
your leg.
girl
Don't mind
BB
him.
can do struggle at her
He
age,
already
not at
knows
my
your stand
age.
about this struggle love thing. So
Even your BB has refused. Hello.
you know my girl already. Should I show you
There you go.
the message she sent to me? That daddy, this lady right here don't stay in one place. And when the lady move, money don't stay in one place. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Sissy, I've really
struggle
regret
love
my
is not the
daughter.
best. So I used to be one that will say there's nothing wrong, but you see that woman that cry in Nigeria because of 500,000. Struggle love that cry her.
Exactly.
That's a good
But
example.
you.
The husband could not
Okay.
afford the hospital bills.
But Auntie B, I think now you found the answer. The reason why men are not getting married. The women don't want to marry men who are still trying to get there. So what are we going to do?
People should work harder. Work
Get there
harder.
faster. Girls are online selling hair, doing food, selling this, selling that. What are the men doing? What are your men
You
doing?
have to have multiple
Sleeping.
streams of income, be more versatile.
Sleeping.
Think outside the box. Don't just take 9 to 5 and think that's all you do. You that is talking, Uncle Ben, no. How many hustles do you have?
Exactly. So what are you saying?
Auntie B, now abroad made me get plenty also. If na Nigeria, I go chill.
You have to have hustle.
Oh my God. Okay, Auntie B just gave me another topic for tomorrow. So we are having our second edition of Men Hangout tomorrow. And I'm going to get my brothers to come and tell us why men don't want to be married these days. But I think I already know the answer. My own answer, I'll be saying now women don't want to marry us. They don't want to like struggle with us, help us build. So tomorrow we'll talk about that. Thank you, my Auntie B. Make the wrong go work. Auntie
All
B,
right, no problem.
And everybody that showed up today, you really do us great. Auntie B, my sister, me.
Have a nice evening, guys.
Thank you, ma.
Bye.
Bye, Auntie B.
Bye, everybody.
Sissy and Marriott.
Uncle Ben.
I know they like una combination where we are talking of serious issues like this. You people don't want to yield and see some gray area. People say they are always gray area, but today, even did this self. No one agree with me. But anyway, tomorrow we are coming to discuss this on Men Hangout. Ladies, you are free to join us. We're gonna look at why men are no longer marrying these days. We'll talk to our brothers. I will bring some boys to come and explain why they are not ready to marry you. And I don't believe that. I think boys actually want to be married. My girls told them. So Cece, thank you, my sister, for
you're welcome. Always a pleasure. Thanks, real fam. Thank you, Auntie B.
Everybody. Thank you, Auntie B again. My Simbi, Mr. Dio, thank you very much, Egbo. Today not today.
Bye, real fam. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Welcome to Trends Reality, your go-to channel for trending social political updates. Subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Trends Reality, your go-to channel for trending social political updates. Subscribe, like, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Welcome to Trends Reality, your go-to